Okay, what up ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant. And I finished my admin early, so here I am. For those that were just curious about what I was doing in the background, why the show didn't start exactly on time, it's because in preparation for Season 1, we were calculating the total amount of active supporters that might remain. This is because we have to take into account those that genuinely may not return. So what does that mean? Because obviously there will be some players who may have supported at the start, but who are unlikely to actually return to the game due to the fact that they, may have gotten bored, or maybe they were just here for the TNA, and then after that, once they realize this is an actual game that you have to grind, they probably left. So in order to start Season 1 with the correct supporter count and with all that, I had to do some background admin, do some estimates, things like that, and I finished it early, so here we are. Okay, time to have some fun prepping for Season 1. Time to also tweet my stream. Gross. Okay, that's done. Eggs out fried, little. Vest, of course. We try to make them as good as possible. Now, please don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Hitting the like button helps us out a lot, and it's free. And if you haven't already, share the stream as well. Okay. Oh, God, I love this VS outfit. It's truly the best. Now, I have done the tweeting and the admin and all that shenanigans. Now I just need to hop. Okay. OBS running perfectly. Make sure my own stream is running perfectly. Hey, track. All right. Now, first things first, I've got some stuff to pick up out of this. So that's going to be a thing.
If it's new research, I'm listening.
First, grab some of this, some of that, some of this, some of this, some of this. Blue Beetle's ready to go, so time to get another one going. Pop in another crystallization catalyst. Oh, I'm running low on mixed energy residue. Pop in the energy activator for Haley. Okay. Saying Haley in vain. Alien brain. 2 hours to research that. No problem. And that should be it. Okay, looks like we're settled. In terms of other enhancement materials, this is all for my vestigial organ, which I will probably work on in Season 1 with the Season 1 Glay build. So that's a thing. Okay. They did indeed. So have you watched my full video on Season 1, Lil? Because if you haven't, I would suggest watching my video on it. Again, here's the playlist as always. Go to the playlist, scroll all the way down. There's a video that says everything you need to know about Season 1. I would suggest you watch that video. Anytime that there's information about a season or things like that, I will usually publish a video with full disclosure to you guys. So I know these videos are long, but I always suggest watching those videos, Lil, because if you want to learn what is best coming in season 1, you want a thorough explanation, you know, from an official source, then that is the best thing to do. So please make sure that you do tune into those, all right? Especially if you're new to the channel, just know that I do this for every single time there's a patch, new information, things like that. Straight away, there's a video explaining it for you guys. So I highly, highly recommend you thoroughly watch that and do not skip. Because a lot of the stuff, like sometimes the sections may be just like, it may just be a small footnote, but it could be important. So usually, although those videos are usually 20, 30, maybe even 40 minutes long, depending on how long the patch notes and the communication is, I usually take the time not only to read what is in there for you guys, but also to give my comments, explain things, or summarize things. So do check them out. It is very, very important, especially if you want to stay on top of the news. Hey Ted, how's it going? Star, all right, no problem. I'll wait for you and then we can go hunt some vaults. I've got some code breakers ready to crack open. Profiler, how you doing? Now, ladies and gents, for those of you that have not already, I've seen many of you show up to stream. Please hit the like button. The like button is extremely important. If you guys could just hit the like button right now, it would help the stream go out to so many more people. And for those of you who are willing, please share the stream on social media, things like that. Hello, Mr. Krat. All right. I'm counting on you guys. Just close the live chat, hit the like button, come back in, and I'd be very grateful. The more likes that we can get on the stream, the better. All right. So at the start of stream, I always say, hit that like button as much as you can. Thank you to those who are doing so. I can see you guys doing it right now. Thank you very much. Please, please make sure you hit the like button. It's free. One of the best ways you can help your streamers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that.
Hi.
What's up, nerd?
Not much. Just loading up the First Descendant right now.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. I see the likes coming in. Like I said, very grateful. Often, just so people know, just for context and whatnot, when you hit the like button early in the stream, like usually within the first, say, 30, 40 minutes of the stream, that usually has the greatest effect on the YouTube algorithm. It basically tells YouTube that, hey, people are here, they're engaged, they're watching, which is why at the very start of stream, I often push for the likes as much as I can, because the more likes that we get from the early birds, the more chances that the stream will be recommended to people who may not have seen us before, and that way they can come here and get some real knowledge. Nice, Mr. Krat. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. You have all clay in the oven? Nice. The only thing I'll say about the Python video is that the Python video is just a base. If you want to do a bit more with the Python, I'm just going to quickly show this to you. All right. Make sure that you, like, this is the original version, but you might want to leave these 2 slots open. And in fact, if you don't need this, you can actually take it out because of firing Fiesta. And you can start introducing elemental mods as needed. So just make sure you guys do this for your Python. In season 1, this will get a lot easier. So yeah, because the Python is so dependent on that elemental damage, it's kind of sad. But yeah, beyond that, nothing much you can do. This is why nowadays I prefer my EL. The legacy of the Endurings. This is the good stuff. Once Star is loaded in, we shall go off and do some shenanigans. I'm gonna swap to Enzo. The almighty key. Enzo de Garbenzo. Oh yes, that's right. Glade lost her reactor. Oops. I need to go upgrade this 1 second. Yeah, extend the support period, Ted Wu, thank you. That's exactly what you guys need to do. Because if you guys, whenever you guys support a creator, the support only lasts for 2 months for the first time. After that, you basically should extend it every month. This is to ensure that people who, because some I won't say who, But some creators in the past, what they've done is that they've sort of botted their way to a certain number. And these bots, because they think that the bots will stay there forever, it does not work that way. So because of that, it becomes pretty obvious that, you know, they're not actually getting support. People are just like they may have some support, but it's not actual. So because of that, it becomes very obvious very quickly, and then, you know, they get caught out. So that is a thing that happens. Thank you, Ted. So yeah, do make sure you extend your support. For those that have supported over 2 months ago or over a month and a half ago, just remember you can always extend your support. It extends it for a month, and it's just helpful if you are still engaged, if you are still here. It just helps us keep up with the number of active supporters, which is why prior to stream starting, I was doing an active support account and making sure that I had an actual idea of those who were staying and those who might have genuinely left the game and stuff like that. Like, they may have supported before, but they may have left the game or put it down without chance of coming back, that kind of stuff. So I was tabulating all that in the background. Doing good, Hard Duty. Can't really complain.
I get to go, meow.
Okay, sounds good.
Just started crafting my ultimate weapon.
Okay.
By the time I got on, all 3 of the pieces were done cooking, so threw them in.
Good. Happy to hear that. We don't know, Brandon. We'll have to see, because it'll depend on how many people are actually engaged with season 1 and whether or not they are actually going to come back for season 1. So we'll see. Some people, I think, will probably be waiting in the wings to decide whether or not they want to come back after maybe watching some streams or content or things like that. So yeah, I don't know if we'll see a good spike. Normally when a season starts, there's always a good spike, but I'm going to take the... Now, again, normally I don't do this, but I'm probably going to take the more... I'm going to probably take the, I guess you could say, a monk's approach to this. I'm just going to do my show as per normal, but without focusing on the player count or looking at that at all. I'm just going to do my show as if there are 100,000 players playing. And we'll see how things go. See how things go. Because I cannot say for certain. Realistically, this is the first game I've played this year that has lasted more than 1 season. Most of the games that I played previously died in a single season, i.e. Helldivers, which saw like 2-3 months and then it was gone. So this is the first game I played that's lasted more than a season. We'll have to see. I'm definitely going to be checking it out tomorrow, Misty Crab, but like I said, tomorrow my focus is just on streaming as if there are 100,000 players for the season. I'm not even going to think about the numbers. I'm just going to put on the best show to represent Nexon as I can. And yeah, Ted, I mean, depends on how much you farm them, you know? Well, of course, these devs are more with it, but even then, you never know how people react, because humans are unpredictable. You'll have to, like, for me, I always say we'll have to just wait and see. I'm a very wait and see kind of person. Star, bring your Enzo. First, we're going to crack open some vaults. And then off we go. We shall go have some shenanigans and some fun. Then we'll go get you Gregs and stuff. But tomorrow, the Farmageddon.
So, I'm only going to be talking so much tonight because I developed this cough earlier, and
Lol.
kind of hurts to talk without the cough.
Yes, enjoy my cough now. Suffer. But no, don't worry about it. As long as you can just say yes and ready, good enough. You are not required to speak, so you're okay.
Magisters are probably humanity's
I have your
real
back.
hope, don't you think?
Well, Star is unwell, so it doesn't bother me. It's totally fine. Transmog Frenzo? No, I just need materials. Going good, TX Panda King. I am having a good time. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Once again, like I said, in the initial period, I always put out a little appeal for as many likes as we can gather because it's very helpful. I'm just getting the mixed energy residue. I was thinking of grabbing that. So we're heading to Agna Desert now. And we'll just go search around. George is here. What up? Hold on. Oh, and George, Rena doesn't actually need help. He just says that. Cause, okay, so, cause you're new to the community, you might not know. Rena has been here for ages, and he likes to troll me like this. Because he doesn't ever actually show up and play. But if he ever actually showed up and played, then of course we'd offer to help. But no, he just says stuff like that. Benna is usually busy playing other games. Usually. So I'm 95% certain he does not actually need help. Will the reactors roster again tomorrow? What? I have no idea what you mean. The reactors reset is every Tuesday, so there's gonna be no reset tomorrow. You need a toxic reactor on Freyna, my guy. But if you've seen my reactor video, you should know exactly how to choose her reactor. So make sure you've watched my reactors video if you haven't already. I think there's one down here. Yeah. So weird. It's down there, isn't it? Found it. I got this. You mean the substats for Freyna? No, crit damage is not used on Freyna. She's got no crit in the first place. But my honest answer is attack on Colossus, probably. That is pretty safe. The other one, you'll have to wait until I actually experiment with Ultimate Freyna. Right now, I'll be real with you, nobody plays Freyna. Because... why is nobody playing Freyna? Because there's no point when Ultimate Freyna is coming out on 10th October. So playing Freyna right now, huge waste of time. So I haven't really experimented, but we'll have to see the actual build. Crit damage, I'll tell you Freyna, it's useless on Freyna. Sorry, I'm taking us back to Albion because I realized we're not in private. Crit damage is useless because Freyna's only got a 5% crit rate. What are you gonna do with that? You're gonna be very ineffective. So the other stat will be very different. Fair enough, Yaki. I mean, use your best judgment, but attack on Colossus is pretty safe. Like, that is usually a good stat for reactors if you want for Freyna. But again, yeah, I would say don't waste your time. Wait until Season 1 and then farm the reactor afterward, because it's better to determine these kinds of things after you start to get your full build going and you know what's actually decent on her versus what might not be. Because, again, Freyna's got a crit rate of something like 5%. I remember at least that much. So even if you were to increase her crit rate, she's not going to do anything. No? You could go something like Toxic. It depends because, like, what if, like, if you're relying on her ult, duration increase might also be good, depending on how much you've managed to expand the magazine. As far as I know, her thing is not based off firearm damage, but I could be wrong. I'll check now. Let me just double check.
Do as I say.
The damage has nothing to do with your firearm. Because if you notice the difference from Glaze Massacre, right? This one has damage that is based solely on skill power. It has nothing to do with your weapon's crit. Whereas if you look at Ultimate Glay, damage same as equipped weapon. Do you see that?
Hold on
this is a crucial difference.
Your mom will save you no matter what.
This is one of the biggest crucial differences. So I would say that this is quite key because yeah, there's a big difference between this one that says same as equipped weapon where your crit rate matters And this one, which is just skill power times whatever multiplier.
Do as I
So do be aware of that. Crit damage is never always based off your mounted weapon. Same for Lepik's Unique. Lepik's Unique, it doesn't matter what weapon you have. His crit rate is based entirely on a skill attack. And Hyaki, sure. I mean, if you want to farm it early, go ahead and farm it. I'm not going to stop you. I am going to wait patiently until it actually drops because to be honest, the farms for the reactors, they come around in cycles, and either way, you might get something good along the way later. And we don't even know if Freyna will be competitive with a lot of the other characters next season, so we'll have to see. Because although she's a skill power based character, the actual result of building her up properly might be very different to what we expect from some of the other powerhouses we've seen. So I'm gonna take it slow, and I'll wait till I actually see the results and then farm afterward. At least that's my plan, because I don't usually worry too much about reactors. Yeah, sure, gold reactors are awesome, but I want to really take my time to experiment with the ideal weapon for her, what might be best, because I'm not gonna base it on other characters. Oh no, I just saw Kaz's message. Kaz, you poor thing, I hope you feel better soon. Is it in the cave? I think it's in the cave. You can try. I did it for a while, but I'm not too worried on a so-called god roll clay reactor. Like, as long as I can get a purple one, it's okay. Because the gold one, I still think I need more experimentation before I get there.
This level are child's play.
And besides, my clay already shreds, so I'm not worried about maximizing right now. Yes, Kaz is unfortunately unwell. That's what everyone says. Until they have to change weapons or use a different ultimate weapon, or somebody discovers that a different ultimate weapon is better for that character, then problems. So as long as I've got a good enough purple reactor, I'm settled. But yeah. There's another beep. All these people got the summer colds. Oh, it's just a normal one over here. I'll wait for you. And while I wait, Raid Shadow Legends Clan War is on, so I'm beating people right now. What am I doing today? Just farming. I've got Star here, so gathering some extra materials. So just gathering some catalyst materials, because you always got to keep putting catalyst in the oven. So just making sure we get some mixed energy residue.
That's an intriguing code, but still a piece of cake.
Okay, we'll move to the next area. Yes. Since everybody is unwell, y'all take it easy. I'll handle things for the most part. Is George silently lurking?
Yep, I'm looking at usual.
Lol. See, told you Rena said he's taking an FD break. Tell you that guy. One day he will game with us, but not today. I know this man very well. Do not be fooled. The Rena.
You sure about that?
Yep. I am 95% sure about that. Like I said, I've known this man a long time. I ignore 95% of what he says. When he wants to play, he will show up. And of course, at that time, if he does need help, for sure. But 95% of the time, he will show up when he wants. It's in this house.
This on me.
Okay, got it. Yeah, no, don't worry. I will figure it out. And you will be able to see whether or not the buff is triggering because it'll say Divine Punishment Meditation buff triggers. So I am not so certain if the Divine Punishment, because if you look at the Divine Punishment, as far as I know, it only works on Eugen, but the unique ability of meditation is granting a buff to allies excluding yourself. So granting yourself supply moisture wouldn't trigger this anyway. So it's actually quite useless. So please be aware that some effects, like, although you might think that they work, do not actually work. But I heard I hear bloop here instead. So yeah, this is why I say, like, don't farm things too early. Because until you really experiment, you don't know. And I would never use Divine Punishment on anybody other than Eugen. Because the problem is granting them excluding yourself. That's rough track. I'm sorry you'll miss the Season 1 launch. Is there another cave here I don't know about? There is another cave, isn't there? It's in this cave here. Yes, load up on the vitamins. Oh wait. Is there even a cave? Hold on. Aha. Let me just check. Is it this entrance? I hear it. Yep, it's out there. Ultra precision. Ah, stars here? Okay, I got this.
Codes of this level are child's play.
I mean, you can use that for farming, I guess. That's fine. Maybe I misunderstood, but you see, your gold reactor, you would still need to have the weapon in your hands. So unless you're saying you totally don't fire your weapon at all, in which case there's no need for supply moisture. So... so that's where I'm confused. Huh? There shouldn't be. Sorry, I was moving us already because we found two. My apologies, but there shouldn't have been. If the next area is the drill area, though, I'm going right back. I'm not going up the drill. It is the drill. Okay, bye. Going right back to the remnant.
There's one on the side of the mountain over here.
No, I refuse. Drill area is refused. I always forget which area is the drill area. Then as soon as I see it, I'm like, nope, refused. I want to hunt in a reasonable area like a human. I'll go check the tunnel. Might be tunnel this time. I heard a bloop. I'm going inside the tunnel just in case. No, it doesn't seem to be. Which is weird because I swear I heard a bloop out here. I wander around.
It was beeping for me over here.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Might be the house ahead of us. Hey, Tenor dude. Yeah, second floor of this house. It's in the same spot as before. Hitting it.
The Magisters have set codes that are too easy.
And Lolcaz just saw what you told Track. Yes, he should definitely tell them that he has the 48-hour pancreatitis. I still hear the bloop. Is bloop. Out of my way, creatures. Okay, maybe not.
There's a beep over here.
I hear you. Yeah, it must be the cave again. Jose, there's no trick. It's just, did you get more crits than before? That's it. If you get a ton of crits, then he dies in 8 seconds. I did it with my not even like maximized bossing build, so very, very doable. Farming various things. Gonna farm some Greg's blueprints, I guess, because I'm chill on my stuff. Star might need some stuff, and anyone else who rocks up, I guess. All right, back to Albion. Understandable Track, but yeah, look, the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 second Devourer kill time, it's impossible unless you crit every hit, so don't aim for like under 11 seconds. Like if you're killing him in 10 to 12 seconds, good enough already. The only factor is legit crits. That's it. Okay, which is the Grego's blueprint that you need?
The actual blueprint.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Let's go see she's actual blueprint. Yes, it's at a reactor. Great. I like this. Pattern 64. Okay, just going to double check that info. Wow. Pattern 64 is terrible. Okay. Yeah, we going after pattern 49. It's normal mode. Okay, got it. I'll share it. Oh, it's an achievement in game. Then build the... What you do is you build you build the glass cannon Lepic, right? Once you built the glass cannon Lepic in accordance with what I've shown you, right? You just keep trying. You just keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. Basically, you need to crit on every shot. And you'll be able to get it. Like, my fastest kill time with that was 8 seconds. But that's because every single shot crit. And if you want to up your kill time, the best that I can say is you might want to put on your... you might want to find a reactor that has gold crit hit chance. Skill crit hit chance. If you do that, you should be okay. Should be in the keyword. Hello, Miss Raven. Alright, switching to Sharon now. Oh my god, why did I not have this clay reactor on? Okay, that was probably unwise. Preset, let me save Soldier 76. Saved, okay. Preset Sharon, Zongzina, okay. Good. Now, let's deploy then. Okay, heading to normal mode. What are you farming today, George? If you're playing.
For me, I'm just farming kills.
Farming
Trying to
kills.
get as much trying to get as much battle pass and weekly challenges done as I can.
Fair enough. If it's kills, you might want to go to the Void Fragment in Agda Desert, the bunny one. And Bruno M, yes. My private Discord is only available for my top tier channel members. And where do you think is the best place to get energy activated blueprint? Okay, I'll answer you on this one, Winch, before I enter this outpost. For energy activated blueprints, go to hard mode, look for just farm anything in hard mode. Why? Because in hard mode, as you're farming different weapons, you'll see that there's a 6% energy activated blueprint as you're farming other stuff. Farm other stuff, you'll get the energy activator. If you target farm the energy activator, you're gonna end up with a whole bunch of useless stuff that you can't use, and then you'll be waiting, when is my energy activator coming? So what I normally recommend to people, if you need energy activated blueprints, how I ended up with like over 10 with over 13 crafted energy activators, is I farmed other ultimate weapons and Descendants. While farming those Descendants, there'll be some Amorphous that has 6% energy activator as I get those parts for the Descendant weapon, and that's how I got all my energy activators. So there's no fastest way. The fastest way is don't farm it. The fastest way is farm something else and you get it along the way. Same with the crystallization catalyst. Last night I opened up like 20 Amorphous when I was trying to search for an Afterglow sword piece. This was after stream. And basically, it's ready. I ended up getting the... I ended up getting 8 crystallization catalyst blueprints. I kid you not, 8 of them. So, yeah, the best way for energy activators, crystallization catalysts, don't farm them. I think I even ended up with 1 extra energy activated blueprint last night when I was doing like Devourer or whatever. Nice, Jose. Rest well. How do you make your weapon strong? Utizui, have you seen my guide on the hard mode executioner? You've got to start putting crystallization catalyst energy activators in your guns. You've got to start working on your gun builds. So that's how you make them strong. You got to start investing in your guns, all right? Make sure that you've already checked out my playlist of videos, especially the one of the good starter guns, Uzi, is that you need the Tamer. The Tamer is usually a good starter gun. I put 4 crystallization catalysts into the Tamer. And after that, you'll be able to beat at least hard mode executioner, Dead Bride, and possibly Devourer as well. After that, then you can start working on an actual ultimate weapon like Enduring Legacy, all that kind of stuff, and then you'll be able to really invest in that with an energy activator, crystallization catalyst, all that kind of stuff. And that's basically how you get strong. You cannot get strong just by entering hard mode. Entering hard mode is the first step. That's the end of the tutorial, basically. To get strong, you need to invest heavily in your guns and weapons. You need to start getting your actual builds going, that kind of stuff. So make sure you're doing that. This is why people, once they get into hard mode, they start to farm the ultimate weapons that they want, and then they start to invest in them with energy activators, crystallization catalysts. That's the progression. It's ready. And also make sure that you watch these streams constantly to learn. All this kind of stuff you learn by watching. The more you watch and learn, the better. Some purples can be worth it. Like I said, the first weapon that I used as a starter weapon was the Tamer, and I put 4 crystallization catalysts inside it. I did not put an energy activator. 4 crystallization catalysts is more than enough. Please go watch my hard mode executioner guide before you ask any more questions. Look, I make more money from streams, but the reason why I tell people go watch the videos is because you learn more from the videos. So I highly recommend, the link to my playlist is up there. It's been put up by my Nightbot. Go to that playlist, study all the videos. If you've just gone into hard mode, the best thing you should do, and the best way to spend your time, I'm not kidding, all right? I am so confident in this. You watch the videos, you learn. Learn about the builds, start learning about which Descendants to go for, things like that. Start watching all those videos because they will help you a lot, especially in building up your Descendants, learning what to do, all that kind of stuff. If you find after watching my videos that I've not been helpful to you, then you can definitely choose somebody else. You know, that's how confident I am in making this recommendation to you. So it's not that I don't want you here or anything like that. I always recommend people take a moment to study first, because it can be pretty confusing when you first get into hard mode. So I hope that is helpful to you. The weapon I'm using right now is called Greg's Reversed Fate. It is a tactical rifle. Well, I mean, this outpost would be... Oh, missed one, but it's okay. Finishing it off. This outpost is only hell if you don't have decent weapons. Or a decent build. As long as you got a decent build, these guys are easy. Especially because this is just normal mode, so... I can understand why people found it difficult before the nerf to the reactor boss, but now it's so easy. But yeah, because this is normal mode, as long as you've got like a few basic upgrades in your gun, you're good to go. My honest answer to that, Utizui, is that is absolutely wrong. And I don't know where you heard it, but unless you hear things from, and I hate having to say it, but unless you hear things from an official content creator, you're wasting your time, because most of that information is wrong and incorrect. So you can absolutely focus on Descendants. I mean, yes, all you might need is survival to run around, but do you really want to take 10 minutes to kill a boss? You don't, right? So it's very important to also focus on your Descendants. This is why I made some free-to-play builds for some of the basic Descendants like Lepic, Blair, all that kind of stuff. I've given people the basic idea of how to actually play these Descendants with survival, but enough skill power as well. And also, you will start working towards your ultimate Descendants like Bunny, Lepic, and once you go there, you want to work on the end game build straight away. You know, you don't want to waste time, because you're gonna have to level them up multiple times. You're going to have to go in, level them up, you know, catalyze them, all this kind of stuff. There's a lot to do. So a lot of people say, oh, you need a good weapon. Nah, you don't, because you're still gonna take like 5-6 minutes to kill a boss with your really good weapon. And what happens if the boss doesn't drop ammo? I've had that situation. If you look at my Secret Garden demonstration yesterday, where I tried to use only the Secret Garden to kill, and that is with Glade that had unlimited ammo. I was fighting Swamp Walker. I ran out of ammo because there were no ammo drops. So you're gonna need 3 good guns and a good Descendant. Don't ever believe those nonsensical videos where they take 10 minutes to kill one boss. Like, there's no point. You are wasting your time. If you want to actually do things fast, watch how we do things. Because I play free-to-play, the only thing I buy are cosmetics. I play entirely free-to-play, and I show people the exact same way to do it. And we've been doing this since the start of the game. Because, again, you know, I don't like to have to say it, but I'm an official creator for Nexon and this game. So basically, I am under professional contract to do stuff for you guys like this. So if you watch and observe what we do, you realize that a lot of the stuff you hear out there is all rubbish. Well, make sure you first start on Sharon. Get your Sharon, go learn how to stealth outpost, Bruno. That's the first thing you gotta do. Start investing in your tamer, go catalyze it 4 times. I've always said, the first thing is you must fully follow, the hard mode executioner guidelines. At the very least, that gives you the best starting point. If you've only got Bunny and Viessa, then you have not focused on farming. So your first thing to do, Bruno, is don't work on all these different weapons or things like that. You're splitting yourself. First, your tamer. Do you have 4 catalysts in your tamer? If not, go level that up. All right, go straight to the special operation, get 4 catalysts in your tamer. Make sure that you have copied my hard mode execution of build exactly. You need to be able to take on the first 2 bosses at least. So get started there. Then, make sure you've got your Sharon ready for stealth. Start stealthing outposts, start getting the Void Reactors done, alright? And stage by stage you build up. That's how you go. That's how you go. Once you're able to farm all the Void Shards and whatnot, you'll be okay. But, to get started, you're gonna need to start your work. So, start your work by making sure that you follow the guides. This is what I always tell people. A lot of people come to me and they say, I feel lost. I say, why would you feel lost? The path has been laid out for you guys, but you have to put in the effort. The path is here for you, but y'all need to put in the effort together with me, all right? So make sure you're putting in the same effort. Go get your stuff done, go get your journey started, and start upgrading. So many people, they go into hard mode, but like, man, I don't know if I really want to upgrade this. I don't want to waste my resources. I tell them, start wasting your resources. If you do not spend 20 catalysts before you even find your main weapon, you have wasted time. Go get, because you get so many catalyst blueprints along the way, right? That it won't matter even if you spend that amount of catalysts. Start spending, start investing, start upgrading. Yes. But the main thing is that after you start upgrading your tamer, get yourself a good Sharon for stealth, because a lot of the stuff that you want to farm will be in outposts, but you need to infiltrate. And if you need to infiltrate, Sharon is the only character that can do this right now. So I highly recommend doing it. And even if you fail the infiltration, like here, it's okay. You know, getting at least 3 of the generators is good enough. You can still get an infiltration reward. So make sure you try your best to get your Sharon up to snuff and start infiltrating. You will be okay, I promise you. Once you're able to do this, there is nothing that will be locked to you. Well, there will be a few things that will be locked to you, but certainly not Ultimate Bunny and Lepic. Those are very easy Descendants to farm. And once you can farm them, then you can start heavily investing in them. And then you can, as you go and gather more stuff, you can heavily invest in your guns. And that's basically it. Well, more or less, yes. I will, like, because we've done it. What a lot of people don't realize, and, you know, thank you so much for the vouch, Panda King. What a lot of people don't realize is that what we have done and everything that we have achieved here has been done free to play. I've been on the same journey since day one with Star, George, Arcane, all the rest, and we've done all of it free to play. So when we tell you that we've done this, we've done that, we've literally gone and done it. So we know that it works, you know? Yep. What Kaz says is also correct. Sharon, very important. Enzo, very important. Because you need the materials from vaults to construct your Descendants. You need the materials to stealth outposts. So these people have seen the journey. They've been a part of the journey. So they're here and they know the same things. So do listen to them as well. They are correct. Okay, it's ready. Like I said, all of us, we've been down this exact same road. You know, we've been through it. Of course, I'm not allowed to buy Descendants, my guy. I don't know why, you know, like, no offense to you, Huncho Timmy, but I don't know why everyone always asks me, will I be farming? Like, bruh, everybody should know that I'm that free-to-play creator by now. I always farm every Descendant. I'm literally not allowed to buy any of the Descendants. So why wouldn't I farm it? Why wouldn't I farm the Descendant, you know? I mean, y'all should know me by now. It's not like you guys are new to my show. I never buy a Descendant. There is no such thing as buying a Descendant here. I'm not allowed to do that. So there's no point in asking, will I be farming it? Of course I will be farming it. I have to farm everything in this game. I'm not allowed to buy a single thing, you know? So for anyone that does not know, come on. I cannot legally put F2P in my title if I don't farm the stuff. Well, technically, I'm not free to play in that sense because I do still buy cosmetics, but I'm not allowed to buy Descendants. Of course, I'm gonna farm her day one, bro. There's no waiting. As soon as a new Descendant releases, you go farm that straight away. There's no waiting, especially not for Haley. No, 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 no. Gotta go in there straight away and just go ham. Give me a second. Yes, Bruno. Okay, before I answer any further questions, I would recommend you go watch my video on stealthing the outpost, because all of your questions are explained in there. Rather than me re-explaining it on stream, please go watch the videos. And Utizui, what do I mean by allowed? I'm a professional. Professionals have rules to follow. My rule is that I don't buy anything. So, creators like, you know, I know you've literally heard me say it 3 times already, but I'm an official creator. I've got rules to follow. I have certain contractual obligations, things like that. I only do F2P because that's the content that I'm here to do for you guys. So I'm not allowed to buy anything. If I were to buy anything, that would be a breach of what I am here to do for you guys. So I hope that explains it. And ZR3 is pretty much correct. That is exactly it. Sorry, give me 1 second. Gotta sort out the clan war first before I go in again. For those that don't know, I've been sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends in the past, and right now clan war is on. So before I carry on, and while answering your questions and the like, I am trying to level up this one dude in the tavern. And trying to chuck some random creatures, extra creatures that I have into him so he levels up. Okay, pit spawn is done. There we go. Okay, going in. They did add Loki. I just got Loki as well. I'm leveling him up. He seems okay. He's a support character, but they did give some free stuff with him, so I'm like, okay, I'll take a free legendary. I don't mind. This is where you get the Greg's Reverse Fate blueprint. Oops, sorry, I missed one, but it's okay. This outpost has a 38% chance of dropping the Greg's Reverse Fate. So whether it's normal or hard mode doesn't really matter. It doesn't always mean hard mode is better. What you have to know is how to check the percentages of the drops. If the drop is the same, is like 38% in normal mode, then you bet your bottom dollar you better do some normal mode, or else you're wasting your time. Starro, how many of the 049 mutant AA do you have? Once we get like 5, we can go try the reactor. Okay, sure. Yes, thank you, Panda King, for saying that. And for those that want to know how to link me as your creator, just make sure to hit my link that Nightbot puts up. So in other words, you're him. I don't know who him is. I'm me. But I'm RealAsianRobot. Hi. I don't know who him is, but hi. Yes, indeed, Mystocrat. Just now when I was checking the access info, the hard mode was like 10%. Oh, Zoomer meme. Okay, fair enough. If it's a Zoomer meme, then I'ma just stay away from that. You can call me whatever, but most people just call me Robot. Okay, it's ready. The last I remember of HIAM was literally His Infernal Majesty. They were an alright band. If anyone called me Ryan Gosling, I think our girl would take offense to that. Yeah. Is Fallen Hope any good? Nope. It's okay, but Thunder Cage is a better horde clear weapon, even like, and you literally need Freyna to work with Fallen Hope. So basically I didn't invest in Fallen Hope. I played it for like a couple of seconds, then I was like, nope, I just went straight back to my Thunder Cage. If you want a horde clear weapon, Thunder Cage is far superior than Fallen Hope, in my personal opinion. Yeah, she, so for those that don't know, Kaz is my girl, and she doesn't like Ryan Gosling, so that's a thing. Yeah, me too. I leveled it to 40, and I was like, you know what? You're going in storage. I was like, on a scale of 1 to I don't like you, I don't like you.
You won't find me.
But theoretically, you can make it work. You can. It's just you have to do some pretty weird rolls on it. And I was like, all this work for a drop of blood. I'm like, nah. I'll stick with other guns. Because Thunder Cage is all I really needed for horde clear. Like, I could use Thunder Cage right now. Thunder Cage is basically the horde clear weapon. So for me, like, if I really want to murder stuff, like, I can just pull out Thunder Cage and do it. Like so, you know. Thunder Cage is badass. But if I want a boss, or actually hurt a boss, then, you know, there's plenty of better bossing weapons out there. So, Enduring Legacy, one of the greatest guns in the game, definitely a good choice as well. So yeah. Well, the Thunder Cage was given away free early in the game so that people would have a good horde clear weapon, because the devs understood that as soon as you get into hard mode, you're gonna have some struggles, right? So you're gonna need to clear up hordes. You're gonna need to fight bosses, right? So Tamer is your starter boss weapon. Thunder Cage is your horde clear weapon that you're gonna take all the way. So a lot of people, they start investing in Thunder Cage as well once they get a spare energy activator from like farming or whatever, and they start getting some crystallization catalyst. They start investing in Thunder Cage as well. Some people even use it for the basic bosses once it's fully invested, but it can be pretty difficult to make it right. I'm currently working on that right now. Is Greg's a good boss gun? In the right hands, yes. It is mostly used on Valby and Enzo. It is less used on other characters. There's a good reason for this. You see, the main reason it's used on Valby and Enzo is simply because for Greg's, what you need is to hit a crit. When you hit a crit, the bombardment crits as well. So the weapon can dish out a lot of damage so long as you're critting. But Greg's only has a crit rate of like 27%. And this is fully upgraded. So, because of that, a lot of people will use it with like Enzo and Valby, which can up the crit rate to like nearly 50%, which is awesome sauce. And that's basically how people do it. But if like you were talking pure damage terms, Greg's is worse than Secret Garden. It's just an overall decent weapon in most characters' hands. And it's really cool to look at the bombardments. Like, not gonna lie. I'm getting like no amorphous here. This is terrible. What is this? Well, I mean, Kaz is my girl, so she participates on a lot of videos. I mean, I participated on videos with Star, Arcane. Once Season 1 comes out with like a lot of the other stuff, and for some of the other guides as well, you might see some guests. What time does S1 go live? Don't worry. It'll be 1 p.m. my time tomorrow. So I will be streaming at the exact time the game goes down, and then it'll be a 6-hour wait before the game comes back on. Will Valby work better with a Secret Garden? No. Secret Garden already has a very high crit, so you're wasting the potential. I mean, of course, she will basically crit on every hit, which is awesome, but you're kind of wasting the potential of Valby's ability. So, as far as I know, Secret Garden would go from a 68% crit chance to like an 88.89% crit chance or something if you were to have Valby. So there's really no point in using it with Valby. I mean, there is a point in terms of the raw damage if you really want to, but like I said, if you're aiming for more ideal weapons, you can use Greg's instead. Because like I said, you're playing to the strengths of Valby's ability. Heck, as you're already seeing, this is pretty devastating, and this is just on Sharon, who has no additional stuff. apparently my inventory's full. Whoops. It's okay if the time zones confuse you guys, because I will be literally right here. And I'll tell you guys, hey guys, it's time for the maintenance. Prepare yourself. Why is it saying I'm in combat? What? What combat? There's no combat. Huh? I can't wait till we can dismantle things in combat because it's so ridiculous. It says, hey, you're in combat. I'm not in combat. Yes, that's using Supply Moisture, Hunter Novak. And Bruno, I'm glad you enjoyed the videos, but like I said, you know, watch as much as you can. Although, and this is just for open disclosure to everybody, although I make way more money if you guys hang out at my streams rather than watching my videos, there is a reason I always send people to videos. A lot of people have tried to slander me by saying, oh, he just wants views on his videos. Oh, he just wants the video revenue. I'm like, you do realize that stream revenue is way higher, right? But the reason I send people there to study is because I know you guys have limited time in your day. And although watching the streams is super fun and entertaining and there is interaction, the other thing is that if you spend the time watching streams, you have less time for the videos and you learn less, which means that your journey will be slower. So I try to think of the viewer, and I'll usually tell the viewer that it's better to watch the videos first, then come to the streams after you're fully studied, because that way you make best use of your time. Of course, if you don't want to, hey, I'm happy enough to have you guys hang out here, because like I said, I make way more from people hanging out at my streams, and plus the company is really nice. But yeah, do consider watching the videos first sometimes, because it may be better for your journey ultimately. Especially if you have very limited time or you don't have a lot of time after work and stuff like that, and maybe you're busy, then the videos are usually the best way to go because you'll study and learn a lot. Man, I don't even worry about a route panicking. I just go in, pray to God, and that's how we go. Steven, you don't pray for better drop rates. You hang out at the stream. See, this is going to sound like bull because it started as a rumor anyway, but everybody has about 5 to 10% better luck when they're watching the stream. You can even watch old streams and it works. So turn on a stream, leave it playing, and while you're farming, and you will usually have 5 to 10% better drop rates. Like, I'm not even going to bother saying it's not factual anymore because that's what's been happening to everybody. Like, everybody been watching the stream and like, hey, I got energy activated. Here, I got this. Here, I got that. Hey, Star got discovered. What a nerd. Yep. It's funny how a bullshit rumor became fact, but here we are. Here we are. But yeah, pretty much everybody's been getting their drops while watching the streams or just leaving it play. They don't even have to watch the stream. They just leave it playing in the background. And it's like, yes, I got all the drops. I think somebody yesterday got like 2 ultimate Descendant parts in a row. I was like, damn, where was this luck for me? It's nutty. Purification is not the garden proc. No, that's Blue Beetle's proc. The garden is you gain custom resource, which is using dimension skills, or you gain skill attack and firearm attack, which is using tech skills. So garden's proc has nothing to do with purification. That's the Blue Beetle. Well, good luck, Steven. Keep the stream up and go farm. We wish you the best. You should be able to get it. Unless your luck is really bad. If your luck is really bad, you might need an exorcist. Exorcisms might help remove the evil spirits in your life. I'm just saying. As always, ladies and gents, though, if you haven't already, don't forget to like the stream. Alright? The more of you that like the stream, the better. And for those that find my streams helpful and my responses and videos helpful, it's ready, by the way. Please be sure to register me as your content creator. The link is in the first line of the stream description, or you can wait for Nightbot to put up the chat and put up the link in chat, And if you register as my supporter, I'll be very grateful.
Shields are down.
I'm trying to gather 1,000 active supporters. It's gonna be a hard journey because, you know, the people that leave and don't stick, you know, they will drop from the supporter list, but eventually, I'm sure one day I can gather 1,000. Lol, Steven. I think we'll all have my stream playing because right after season 1 drops, the Farmageddon begins. I've got so much to do, bro. It's not even funny anymore. I've got to go get my Halian vein, alien brain. That is Wildstar, okay. Interesting. No, I got stuck. Yeah, I might have to hang out at A and then start there. Probably a bit more efficient. Apparently we both got teleported in. Lovely. For no reason. Gotta love it. Well, that's a bangarang right there. Dang. You know somebody who did that. Okay, that's wild. Am I anxious or stressed? Hell no. I never get anxious or stressed because this work for me is not stressful, but I just know I'm gonna be busy, that's all. So I've got it planned. It's like a design is written in my head every time, you know? I've got the plan. So I'm never anxious or stressed. I just know I've got a lot to do. So yeah, that's the only thing. For me, anxiety and stress was my actual job before this. That was anxiety and stress, you know? Here I'm never anxious or stressed because like this is my passion. So although I might be busy, I'm never worried. The only ones that seem to be very anxious or stressed are the other creators that recently there's been a spat of them. And you know, I don't know, I hope none of my people will do this, but there's been a lot of people name dropping other creators on my videos. It's like, bro, don't do that. You're not making your creator look good. You're not making their so-called builds look better. What you're doing is making your creator look worse, especially when, and I hate saying this, but I'm gonna say it just once because of this one guy. Look, your creator isn't even in the top 10, so saying that his stuff is better, I'm sure that sounds good on paper, but you're really making your guy look bad. So I hope none of my people will go and say AsianRobot the best, you know, to somebody on somebody else's stream or video. Like that's a no-no. Like, we should respect other creators. We should respect their content and stuff. So certainly don't go there and, you know, spread the gospel. Like if somebody asks, then by all means, you know, you can say, hey, I recommend this guy, but you know, definitely don't go out of your way to do it on somebody's video or stream. I know my people are intelligent and wouldn't do that, but there's been a recent spat of this on my content. I'm just like, dude, you're not making this guy look any better. You're making him look worse. So be very careful. And the fifth doesn't want to come home. It's okay. We'll just keep going until you get your fifth. No problem, Star. So yeah, for me, this is my passion. I'm never worried about games like this. I love it when a new season drops because, in fact, when a new season drops, it motivates me more. Like, I know I'm going to be super busy. I've already told Kaz that I'm going to be pulling overtime, but, you know, it just means that after all the hard work, you know, when we have our good break on Sunday, and we're watching our shows and movies, you know, we're gonna have a good time. Good week of hard work, make my money, feed my family, pay my rent, and then I'm ready, you know. And then on Sunday, rest and refresh myself with some good time with my girl, and yeah. I love what I do. Like, it's a lot of hours that I'm putting in right now, because right now is the time that I need to spend working hard to succeed. But I feel that if I keep going and continue to work hard for maybe 2-3 more years, I'll get really stable, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. Hell, you have a lot of streams to watch right here, because I had 2 shows per day. Hey. And yo, whoa, that's crazy, Cass. Yeah, no, I don't have that long on her camo. I haven't invested in my Sharon at all. It's still the same basic Sharon. So I think her camo only lasts 15.3 seconds. That's all I need. But I think I am gonna hang out here at A because it might be faster. Wow, I'm the only one? Hey, that's a huge compliment. Thanks. Because there are, like, I think there are over 4,000 official creators, so definitely there's a lot of competition out there, but hey, that's a major compliment right there. Thank you. I will continue to work hard and do my best. No. Okay. What do you mean, Steven? Because are you checking the mission drops? Because the mission drops are a percentage chance. If you're talking about farming a reactor, right? Then what you got to be looking at is if you go to the difficulty level rewards down the bottom. Now you have to do this in hard mode, but if you hit difficulty level, view other difficulty, like just as an example, difficulty level rewards, like it says, just as an example, right? Let's say I'm looking for Glaze 1. Glaze non-attribute general rounds is dropping in abandoned zone, right? So let's say I go there. It'll show me the entire abandoned zone, but any mission here can drop it. So here, I might get materialized mixture and tingling singularity, in addition to the natural drops from the monsters, because the difficulty level rewards are is referring to like the monster drops. So let's say you're trying to farm a reactor, you have to have, like, wherever you go has to have a lot of monsters. Make sure you've got equipment drop rate increase modifier on your sensor. Sorry, on the square one, the one down the bottom. I can't remember what it is. Processor. Yeah. Make sure you have that on, and you actually be able to clear a lot of this really well. Oh, ew. A scammer and a troll. Yeah. I mean, you will generally get it, but again, it is luck and chance, and it has to be from the monster drops. So for example, this week, if you want to farm Glaze Reactor, I would say go farm the Bunny Road, because the Bunny Road gives you so many, and I was farming that last night, getting tons of gold and code breakers as well. It was great. So I was pretty happy with that. Yes, well, not for every Descendant. I have a video explaining how to choose your reactor. So I would suggest watching the reactor video. Then you can figure it out for each Descendant. Because the video explains how to choose your reactor. Then you can apply the knowledge to any Descendant. The extra drops from monsters, I'm talking about this. Your HP support processor, if you want more drops of reactors, you need equipment drop rate increase modifier. If you want more modules, module drop rate increase modifier. All these external components, and this is covered in the Ultimate Beginner Guide, where I talk about these external components, what they do, things like that. you have to choose the appropriate component for you. You want more consumables, consumable drop rate increase modifier. You want more gold, gold drop rate increase modifier. All these modifiers on your external components will help you get more drops. And fair enough, Panda King. I understand that. And no problem, Tenor Dude. I really appreciate that compliment. Reset vault spawns. Yeah, just travel between areas and you reset that area. Assuming that you're in private. If you're in public, that may not be the case. So if you want to open up vaults and you want to reset vault locations, I travel with my friends in private. So basically I set the map to private. I'll go to one area. You can actually just move between 2 areas if you want. But to avoid boredom, we sometimes move between all 4 areas. But yeah, once you move areas, the vault spawns reset. So you're all good. No problem, Bruno. Why were you farming Bunny's singular reactor? Bunny's singular reactor doesn't drop there, my guy. Steven, Glaze reactor drops there. So you will not get a singular, you won't get a singular reactor drop because you need to know where the drops are, my friend. So just for your knowledge, once again, I'll show you. If you're viewing hard mode difficulty level rewards, let's say you want to farm Bunny's reactor, you have to look for electric. So electric, general round singular, it drops in Aurora Forest. So you have to go to Aurora Forest, which is here in Fortress, and here is where you get Bunny's reactors. So it changes every week. You need to know exactly where to go. It's not like if somebody tells you this rotation rotates every week. So you need to check. It says for the next 6 days, these are the reactors. Filter by whatever character you're farming, say electric. Sometimes you won't even have one for that character. Like the only singular reactors are high powered rounds and general rounds this week. So you have to go in accordance. Then in that case, I don't know how to help you because I can guarantee it'll be there. Some missions are not very good with dropping reactors, like they will drop less reactors than per normal. In which case, usually I will say that that week is not so good because the mission itself may not give many reactors. As in, it may not have a lot of monster spawns, whatever. If you've already equipped equipment drop rate increase and you're still getting none, then you just have to wait till next week. Yeah, either keep going until it drops or wait till next week, because some missions are pretty bad at their drops. Like some missions just straight up don't have drops. I've had that happen a couple of times. Like there was one time when me and Kaz were farming, was it the telescope? Do you remember that mission that was like really bad? Like we would get like 1 or 2 telescopes every single time. We're talking about the auxiliary power support. She calls it a telescope, but oh no, I died for once. My poor basic Sharon. But yeah, it took us like 16 to 20 runs just to get a few that were even passable. Then after we got one, we just said, nah, forget it. It's done. It's over. We're good. So yeah, it can be pretty bad. It depends on the mission, really. Some missions just have bad drops. So if you farmed and got nothing, then but just might be a blowout week. You'll have to wait till next week. But that's life. That's life. You don't always get the good stuff. You should. As others have said in chat, they are the best. If you need to watch the videos, then here's the playlist. Once again, I always share the playlist no matter what, because the more people that know about it, the better. And just a quick one before we carry on. For those that need to register me as their creator, please hit the Nightbot link where it says register me as creator. It's free. And the more active supporters I have, the more I can do for you guys. You got 6-star? Okay, great. Then we'll just clear the next one. And we will go to the reactor and see if you get the blueprints.
Initiating stealth operation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the in-game database. It's great. Helps me find and farm anything I need. Get some sleep, man. See you next time. Okay, grand job. The reactor is in this. It's literally right over there. It's gonna require polymer and monomer, which you should have. I will wait here at this reactor. You can start it up when you're ready, Star. Got 7? Good. That should be enough to hopefully get you what you need. Hey, Dark Gamer. Are you gonna work today, Kaz, or are you gonna call out sick? Because you sound pretty sick with your fever and everything. Poor girl came home and just like went directly to bed. I remember when this guy was a challenge. He used to actually be tough when he, like, even in normal mode, he would like jump at you and smack you. Which in fairness was hilarious. Sounds fine, Kaz. You should definitely call out of work sick tomorrow. Eh, blueprint. Okay, go ahead.
Initiating stealth operation.
Well, humans weakling. Or Master Corral. Literally just watch Star get absolutely murked by that guy. That would not surprise me, Evan. Like I said, a lot of players don't actually tune into streams. If they tune into me, they'd know everything. It's noon high. Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with that day. Lol, I've gotten the blueprint 3 times in a row. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Activating stealth.
Yes, don't get overwhelmed. Watch the videos, watch the streams, learn. But take it slow and enjoy the game. The most important thing is to enjoy the game. A lot of people forget that if, you know, they play and they're like grinding, but they forget to actually enjoy the game. So please do not forget to actually enjoy the game, yeah? Lol, 4th Greg's reverse fate. Like, Greg, we already have you. You don't have to come home that much, man. You can go home to Greg instead.
You won't find me.
It's noon high. Oh yeah. Another Greg's first fate. Yo, I've pulled it like 5 times in a row. That's hilarious. This amuses me greatly.
Subscriber detected.
I am indeed easily amused, but also greatly amused by this. You got what you needed to get? Alright, let's get out of here. Then I'd say time to skedaddle. Head back to Albion. It's not out yet. I may have it in Season 1. I'm still working on a lot of things. Because I don't like to publish stuff before I've fully tested and finished, like, understanding it thoroughly. So I do apologize for the slowness, but I have to be sure. I don't want to be one of those guys that just says, yeah, this is great, and then it's not great, you know? I like to really make sure that I've done my homework and that I understand things. Nah, I was just there to help Star, so whatever, I'm done now. So now it's whatever is next on the list. Who's my favorite character? I don't have one. I like them all. I like every character in the game. It's fantastic.
Now what do you want?
See, that's the
Go
fun
on,
part.
I'm waiting.
New super chat received.
Thank you very much, Steven, for the kind super chat. I sincerely appreciate that. As for getting my weapons strong, so far I've only got the build for the Secret Garden and the Python out, but more will be coming along the way. I'm just slowly testing because, like I said, what I do is I actually level up every single weapon continuously over and over until it's like dead perfect, and once I know it's right, then it's all good. Now, let's see. Now that we've done some farming for you, Star, and you've gotten 2 things you need. Do you need gold? Because I have a need for gold. I'm working on it, the Animal's Den. I'm working on it. Brick by boring brick. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to deliver everything to you guys right away, that doesn't always work out very well. So, you know, you gotta give me some time, my friends. Gotta give me some time. If you don't give me enough time, then I can't. Oh, wait, I'm using this already. Thank you, George, for the 10 gifts, but hey, you save money for yourself. You do not need to do that for me, my friend. Thank you, regardless, though. I sincerely appreciate it, but no, you keep your money.
A new member has arrived.
You have taken care of me more than enough this month, my brother. But yes, thank you so much. Let me see if George has been added to the list for the gifted memberships.
A new
I shall
member
add him in
has
now.
arrived.
A lot of these folks
arrived.
are actually younger than me, so I usually tell them, I know they love me very much and I love them very much, but they should save their money. They've given me too much this month.
A new member has arrived.
Very blessed and grateful. I know. That's why I said save it first. There's always another month, my friend.
A new member has arrived.
Because it's still August, so that's why. But I'm grateful.
A
Very
new
grateful.
member has arrived.
Now then, gold farming. No, George is still farming kills. If you want to complete your kills, then you can stick with the kills because you may not get very many if I'm going gold farming. Star. Well, you can level up your glay while gold farming, but I'll ask anyway. Do you want to do the gold farm? I figure we can go gold farming now, but again, only if you want to. Yes, rest well, Kaz, rest well. And please take care of yourself. You know I'll worry about you. I worry about you when you are sick, my dear. But yes, please do rest well.
I mean, I could put a slight pin in the kills challenge for now.
No, but the problem is that
But I do need
because
gold.
Okay, because the kill counter, it ends at 1 p.m. my time tomorrow, which is actually before the stream ends, because I usually end stream around close to 4 p.m. So it depends on how far away you are from the kill count. Because what we can do is that if you're coming for the gold farm, right, then what we'll do is that, like, maybe I'll go to one and then you go to one that's different from mine, and I can come and take the gold later. That way you can get the kills for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll do it that way, because the time is pretty tight. So probably best if we structure it something like that. Excuse me. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yep, we'll try it that way. I will invite you momentarily. Let me just set up the next tag team battle. Yeah. Raid. Sorry guys, I must win this clan war no matter what. Yeah. The socket update gonna let us change the polarities of sockets on the fly. I don't think it'll be on the fly. I'm pretty sure it will be something that you only change in Albion. But you can have a different one for each setting if necessary. I will experiment with the system as soon as it comes in.
New subscriber detected.
So you can rest very assured of that by day 2, I will have an explanation video ready for you guys and have all of that prepared. I will have all of that probo-passed. Okay, everyone's here. That's fine. HV. I'm gonna swap over to my other reactor. Here it is. This will do. The only thing I need to worry about is the gold drop rate modifier here. Slayer set is fine. Recovery in combat is fine. And I want the item acquisition distance. Then here we'll put on albinism. Vestigial organs all good already. Don't need to care about that. What else do I have to level? EL. Secondary slot. And I want to be able to get rid of some of these, so I'll put in last night there. Oh wait, this needs a sniper rifle. Cougar. Alright, I can level 2 at the same time. Let's loot. Alright, let's deploy. We'll see how it goes. What's the UK time for season 1? I have no idea, but you'll be able to tell tomorrow because I'll have a stream up and it'll say countdown to season 1. But just know it's 1 p.m. my time, so you have to figure things out based on my time zone. My apologies for that. I don't think so, Evan. We'll see. Because we'll have to see how the modifiers work. I think that we should not theory craft too early. Because if we theory craft too early, we might not know, or we might set expectations that are not so correct. I would always say, let's wait and see. I don't like to estimate or debate things before I know. Again, it's a rule of professionalism because a lot of people like to make comments beforehand, and what they don't realize is that this can affect the morale of viewers, because viewers will say, oh, I have to run bunny for this and I don't want to run it. Or they may feel discouraged before it ever even begins. But what if a sangrification glay works just fine? You see? So I'm going to take a wait and see approach because I am not going to prejudge. I don't want to be like all the other people out there making snap judgments before we're even ready, you know? Take my time. Okay, first wave done. Okay, George is heading to A. I will head to B. It's within 150 meters, so yep, should be alright. Okay. I'm gonna stick on this side so it's within 150 meters. So for those that don't know, the XP sharing range is 150 meters. Please take note of that. If you are beyond 150 meters, then whoever else is in the mission with you may not gain as much XP. So it is often wiser to sometimes take it slower like this. Like I'll just do something like this and try to make sure that everybody gets within the XP sharing range, because sometimes in the earlier stages, right, you might see a bit of discrepancy and variance between where people are. I think it'll be like a general thing, but we'll have to see. I say wait and see how it works and how it applies. But I'm pretty sure it will apply only to your Descendant, and it will only be like, it'll be like a general thing. So like, let's say you change Descendants, you probably have to change that as well. Unless the preset takes into account the inversion reinforcer, which I don't think it will. So let's say you've got different presets for different characters, you might need to play around with those as you switch around. Just slap MP Collector onto your build. But like if you're following, first of all, make sure you're following my farming build, right? And if you're already following my farming build, then swap Decimator to MP Collector if you're having MP problems. It's the same slot anyway. But when using Speed of Light, don't just keep it turned on all the time. Turn it on and off. For those Star Wars fans among us, the Jedi's greatest skill was turning on the lightsaber only when they needed it. Right? Same thing here. You flick it on and off when you need it. You don't just stay on it strictly, because one of the best ways that you can kill your opponents is by using your grapple, and you don't necessarily need the Speed of Light when you're on your grapple, right? So even if I don't have MP Collector in the build, I'm usually sweet on MP. Yep. The sensor also should have a max MP subset, but again, you have to follow the builds. So all of this is explained in my build videos. Make sure you check that. Yeah, you shouldn't need skill costs with Bunny, but I mean, it really just depends on you. As long as you follow my external components, my builds, everything, you'll be fine. If you don't follow them, then well, nothing much I can do for you. You gotta be in the know, you know?
They're reinforcing their defense. We need to eliminate them immediately.
You guys go ahead and get the kills. I will be right there. There we are. Okay, George heading to C, I'll head to B. No problem, Steven. Happy to help. Pretty much, like, if I wanted to, just as a demonstration with MP Collector, I could just go around this entire area, but don't forget that I've got MP recovery on my stuff. So my external components have stats related to MP, MP recovery in combat, all that kind of stuff. So although I'm just running around in a circle, like, the reason I can do it is because, you know, I've got the stats that allow me to do it, you know, that kind of thing. That kind of dealio. So yeah, if you want to sustain Speed of Light, what's most important is, like others have said, you got to make sure you have the right stats in your external components, and you got to have the right build. Doing very good, Alex. Doing very good. Really can't complain. And I do have to say that for this one, right, on purpose, I'm actually using the Slayer set, which increases my skill cost. but increases my damage as well, just because I want to speed run this. So yeah, that's why you're seeing them get zapped so fast, because I'm just running my Slayer set. I'm so lazy to change, but I'm just getting the extra gold drops. That's it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
All I gotta do is run in a circle, and this is with 15% increased skill cost. I'm still not running out of MP. So what matters is really having the right stats on stuff.
Vulgus warp energy surge confirmed. Looks like we'll be met with defensive forces.
Because now it's time to prep all the gold I need for Season 1. It's time. It's time, you guys. Okay, there's A and C. I will go straight to C instead. I'll leave A to George. Take note that there are times when you can run out of MP, but usually if I run out of MP, right, I'll take advantage of MP recovery out of combat. Yeah, that works. Annihilation set's useless because it increases firearm attack, which Bunny doesn't use. I mean, you can get some additional skill duration, but Annihilation set is, to me, pretty bad. I only use the Slayer set on Bunny, or a 2-piece Supernova if I'm not like super hard up. I will use a 2-piece Supernova, but most of the time, I do use the the Slayer set. Annihilation is more for Glay and Valby. Now, Glay and Valby, I love Annihilation set. The lower the HP, the more damage you deal. Hell yes, sign me up for that. I love it. I love it. Truly cannot resist that one. Heading to C. Yeah, 2-piece Nova's not too bad. I mean, the increase in damage is way smaller than Slayer set, but it can be pretty comfortable. It can also give you more wiggle room with survival and HP, which is something that I've done quite often with Bunny. Okay. George can take D. I'll go to A. Trying to skirt. Okay, Trucker Logic, here's a thumb for you. Have fun. I hope you find a better game. I don't know why you needed to inform me of this, but okay. Everybody, give Trucker Logic a thumb and wish him well on his journey. Yeah, fair enough, Evan. You know, I don't mind. I'm a bit of a hoarder as well when it comes to sets. I like to just, you know, keep one of each set around there. We'll have to see, because if there's a patch notes video that I have to do today, I'll have to delay the Glay build until Season 1. But if there's no patch notes video today, I'll at least drop the farming build for you guys. But the bossing build will definitely only be in Season 1, after I cover a lot of Season 1 stuff. Savage. That's my nice side. Y'all ain't seen the savage side yet.
Whose power capabilities are off the scale.
This is me being nice. Believe me, you don't ever want to see my savage side.
Their defensive forces are closing in from all sides. We'll need to intercept them swiftly.
Either way, right now, too busy. I'm only thinking of the clan war. So, I gotta make sure that I'm constantly spending my energy. I want to make sure my clan wins. So in between every round, I'm just hitting it. I'll hit the D.
Out of my way!
You know, you've been here a few times, Costa, but you haven't subscribed to me yet. That's a disappointment. You gotta be a day one subscriber. But either way, congrats on finally subscribing to the best and only worthwhile channel. Love you guys. Thanks for making this one of the best communities ever. It is a great time with all of you. Okay, this part done. Let's see. I will head to A so George can have C. I'll try and skirt around. That's because back then I had no professional rules, A-star. So of course I'm gonna get savage. Ah, but last night, right? Ah, so it's different. It's still the next day. So, still technically not a day one. Aha, aha. But either way, regardless, welcome. That's okay. Not everybody grasps things at the same speed, Steven. So if you see that some videos are like very obvious and you already understand them, that's good. Well, sure. I mean, look, if you want to do that, Trucker, then go ahead. Like I said, you don't have to tell us. You do you. You know, you don't have to tell us. You just do you, man. You want to go do something else for a year or two? You go ahead. You just want to do something else for a while? Go ahead. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Like I said, here, we'll just give you the thumb, and off you go. I will head to C. George can have D. Before I go in, raid. Go. Well, he might have typo profiler. Let's not mess with his spelling, because some people they don't spell correctly, so like, or they may just be typing fast, so I don't usually try and correct people on spelling. Let's not be that, all right? Because come on, that's a pretty big turnoff for a community. Can you imagine you go to a community and the first thing the guy says, it's your, I'm like, you know, I wouldn't come back. So let's be nice. Let's be nice. All right, ultimately, I'm chill. Whether people stay or go, like, the thing is, like, this kind of game should offer everybody freedom. There's always that freedom of choice, you know? Whether you stay or go, you got that freedom. And that's the most important thing about games like this. Because games like this are exactly the kind where you put it down for like 6 months, 7 months, you come back later, you know? It's the kind of game that will last forever. So yeah, let's all be nice so that when people come back, they don't remember that they got the Grandma Nazi. We only want them to remember that they got the thumb. You know? So yeah, don't sweat it. I make typos myself all the time, you know, so we gotta be nice about that at the end of the day, you know, because you never know, the person might just be like speed typing on their phone, or they may be like me, they're playing Raid Shadow Legends while playing this game at the same time. They're dual wielding games, you know, one game in each hand. Speaking of one game in each hand, hold on, I gotta check on the clan war. How far am I from winning? Oh my god, the other team has already scored 350,000 points. What a bunch of nerds. Well, I'll try and score as much as I can. Rude. Why are these guys like pay to win? Too hardcore for me. Alright, let me see. I'll put 10 in. Let's go. Hey, Dizzy. Yep, George gifted some memberships earlier. So please enjoy the badge and emoji for a month. Alright, let's go into the thing again. Sense of wasting time. Let's go get some heals. For me, I see it a bit differently, Evan, because what they're like, it's not so much a content rollout strategy as a focus on commitment, because what they're trying to do here is make the best game. They have to win, basically they have to win players from other games that are already established. So the best way for them to do that is to focus on the quality of service that they're delivering, and that's exactly what they're doing, which is why I think they're staggering the updates so there is time and trying to listen to the player base, you know, so that there's time in between. But as for whether or not this game will stay active, it really just depends on the type of players, because right now a lot of players came into this game for the Georgia Peaches. Let's be honest about that. A lot of them saw Bunny, they were like, okay, Georgia Peach. And then we experienced, now, and this is fair to say, we did experience a drop in the player base on Steam, and I'm sure on console as well, because a lot of people came here, played the game, and realized that hold up, wait a minute, this is an actual video game. It's not just Lustful Waifu 2 on Steam or something, you know, and like, oh no, I signed up for an eroge, you know, so all the basement dwellers, they all left already, you know. So now what you have is most of the people who are used to grindy games, used to looter shooters, and a lot of people are also taking a breather to enjoy other games while they wait for the new season to come up, because some people are not interested in like mastering every character, etc, etc. So that's how it goes. Then in future seasons, more and more people will come over as the game develops and grows. More and more people will come over that enjoy the quality of life changes, that start to really enjoy the grind and things like that, and it will become their active Warframe or their active Destiny or whatever. So over time, this will build up its player base, but in order to win people over from other games, it needs to show that it can sustain itself over a few seasons. And that's probably what they're doing. That's why they're so focused on the updates. I don't think they actually worry about player base increases following updates and things like that, because quite frankly, in the preseason, there were several updates, but the player base was actually in decline, because not only like the core people were coming in, but there were also a lot of casuals who got frustrated. I can't count on my fingers the number of people that were like, oh, I can't even beat normal Pyromaniac, I'm getting out of this. I'm like, did you watch the videos? No, I don't want to. I'm like, homie, you don't watch the videos, you don't want to learn, and what do you expect? Would you expect Pyromaniac to just bow over and die? So like, we gotta get a lot of the people who are not suitable for this game out of the system first, because I will say it until I'm blue in the face, a lot of these people came here for the Georgia Peaches. Everybody literally came here for the Georgia Peaches, because all the filthy little sweat gremlins, you know, that's what they came for. And now they're out of the system, so it's all good. I remember that game. That was a massive commercial failure, though. I remember it was so poorly optimized, so many problems. Decent game the first time I tried it out, but yeah, for the most part, it was so poorly optimized that I was just like, nah, wasting my time. Nice, explicit. Enjoy. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, for most folks, once they have like, unless they are deciding to stay, they won't be part of the core player base. So now I would say toward the end of the season, what we're looking at is the core player base, and then once again the casuals come in with every season, and then you'll have to see how long they stay, etc, etc. Well, Swift Devil, Go back to your basement. Back to the basement. Off you go. Off you go. Flo, I stopped playing Freyna, so if you want a proper Freyna build, you have to wait. Because once I heard that Ultimate Freyna was coming out, I stopped work on normal Freyna. And also, I worked on the Ultimates first because I realized there's no point in investing in a normal Descendant. At first, I really wanted to, but it's a waste of resources. So this pre-season, I focused only on Ultimates. So if you want a Freyna build, you have to wait till Ultimate Freyna is out. Then I'll start to really work on a Freyna build.
They're reinforcing their defense. We need
Like I
to
said,
eliminate
Explicit,
them
it's just the
immediately.
core player base left. The thing is, lots of folks, of course they will enjoy the grind. But that's what I mean. The ones who enjoy the grind, who enjoy the game, they're the ones who are going to remain at the end of the season because that's the core player base. That's literally the ones that want to do everything, and I mean everything, max out everything in this game. Like, that's us too. That's me too. I still have a lot to do, still a lot to master, a lot to learn. So I'm relaxed on all that. I know for a fact that I've got a lot to master. But for me, that will always be a part of the fun. That is exactly what I like and enjoy.
Get out of the way! No chance!
Of course, A-Star. I mean, I have all the pieces for the other Descendants, but there's no point in building them. Because, like, for me, I want to focus on getting the ults ready first, and once all the ults are done, then I'll go work on something else, you know? The only non-ult that I will work on is Haley and Enzo next season, because those two are quite important. And their ults will be coming quite late. According to Nexon, I don't know for sure, but that's what it seems to be. I wouldn't say it would be anime skins. It would be more like manhwa skins. I don't think they'll go very anime. But I also think that because their characters have some element of realism to them, it won't be outright anime, but they'd have some pretty cool skins. But they're probably gonna go with whatever fits their sci-fi theme, unless they do a collab or crossover. But even then, it would be dependent on what kind of collab or crossover they would do.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Get out of the way!
Vulgus warp energy surge confirmed.
Yeah, you gotta
Looks like
upgrade
we'll
your
be
gaming
back with
hardware.
offensive forces.
Unfortunately, no matter how much people slice it, if you're still on a PS4 with this, it's not gonna run very well. You gotta get yourself a nice PS5. Gaming is an expensive hobby. You always gotta invest in an upgrade. Like, even for me, you know, every 3 years I gotta upgrade my PC for the next level. It's very expensive. But that's why I gotta make enough money to be at that level, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Koopy is already at A. Now, George, you want to go to A? Okay, fine. Then I will go to B. Ah, okay, he finished it in time. Sometimes the spawns here get a bit odd. You have 6 Freyna catalysts. If you catalyze your normal Freyna 6 times, yeah, unfortunately, that's a wasted investment. For now, because you can't transfer them. But at least you can, well, I guess you could play Freyna before Alpha Freyna. Of course I am. Gotta maintain that standard. Okay, I'll go to B while you guys go to A. Sorry, D, so that you guys can clear that. Well, pretty much Swift Devil.
Storm outside. So if I disconnect, that's why.
Wait, sorry, what happened?
I said it sounds like I have a nasty storm outside, so
Oh, okay.
if my power goes out, and if I DC or stop talking, that's probably why my power went out.
Yeah, no worries. We will take note. Stay safe, my guy. Oh, lucky you, Flo. Stephen Martin, they did talk about a merchant, but they never said it was like, unless you're talking about 5 as in like you've already gotten 5 of whatever you want for the ultimate weapon. We don't know whether that merchant will be trading in like your spare parts or not, or if there'll be another currency for him. So please be aware that the information will be released once we get a concrete plan. All that has been confirmed so far is that ETA 0 will possibly contain blueprints or stuff that we need. Well, we don't know what currency he'll be accepting, how to get that currency, all that stuff. That is all still unknown right now.
Defensive forces are closing in from all sides. We'll need to
Going good,
intercept them
DJ.
swiftly.
Hope it's going well for you. So yeah, when more information comes out about that, I will mention about it. Because right now, again, this is where you got to be very careful of where you're getting your news. Because a lot of people will say stuff, but it's not confirmed yet. We don't know what currency ETA 0 will be using. So we'll have to wait until the devs actually confirm something. Then we can make a judgment. Because, yeah, I just don't want to spread the wrong idea. ETA 0, now, a lot of people are assuming he'll be the guy that says, oh, you can trade your spare parts too, but there's no guarantee that that's the guy. Because they did talk about other various systems coming in, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see how they decide to, like, create the ETA 0 currency. But regardless, I think it'll be interesting to see. Hey, Reno. Going good, can't really complain right now. No. Nick, there is no DLC here. If there was ever any DLC, I would tell you, alright? Let's stop using the word DLC, okay? If there was DLC, I would tell you. Please do not make assumptions about this game. Almost every update in this game is going to be free. So do not be talking about DLC. Again, this can cause misinformation and the wrong ideas. Do not ever do that. Okay? If there was ever DLC, it would be in my video and I would tell you about it. Recovering from food poisoning, DJ. Damn. Alright, I hope you recover fast. And Reno, you want to thank George for the sub? No problem. George, you have been thanked.
A thumbs up.
Number 17 isn't even in the game, so an ultimate number 17 may not be coming. I'm glad you love the game, Blue Savage. There are no Transcendent modules for weapons. So you are absolutely tripping, my guy. There's no such thing as Transcendent modules for weapons. Transcendent modules only exist for Descendants. There are no Transcendents for weapons.
What would a transcendent weapon mod look like?
Red.
You can do.
It'd be red in color. That's about it. That's about all we'd know. Yeah. But if I had to assume, and such a thing were to occur in future, it would probably be something that would change a core function to weapon. Like, based on how the Descendant ones work, maybe it could turn an assault rifle into like a machine gun style, or give it like a hugely extended magazine at some potential cost to other stuff. You never know. But I would assume that if they ever came for weapons, it would drastically alter what the weapon does and the playstyle of said weapon. Unfortunately, that's not the case, Nick. So it's not downloadable in the first place anyway. It's part of the update. DLC, alright, will always refer to paid content because that's the general context. So again, for the sake of ensuring that we use only the correct terms here, can we please not use the word DLC, Nick? Alright, from now on, I want you to just say, is there an update? Alright, if there's ever a paid update, I will tell you so. But let's not use DLC because DLC is associated with cost. You give people the wrong idea, that's not allowed. Alright? Because if we start giving people the wrong idea here, it can turn some people away because you never know who's watching. Maybe some guy is just tuning into this for the first time ever. He doesn't know anything about this game. And he might feel like, oh my god, they're already selling DLC. This game just came out. Maybe I don't want to play. You know, something like that. So this is why I'm very... I guess I would say strict on the type of terminology we use. Because you don't know who's watching. We haven't identified every single person in the chat, and certainly I wouldn't call out every single person in the chat, right? So for that reason, I will only ever allow correct terminology. If you agree to disagree, that's fine. But I do not want that term used here, alright? So please be aware, Nick, if you're here at my stream, you have to obey my rules. Whether you agree, disagree, that's up to you. But when you're here at my stream, it's my rules, okay? I hope that we can all agree to that. And number 17 is not a DBZ reference, Frank Vibes. Bro, have you even played the game? Number 17 is the guy in there. Number 17 is one of the characters here. Buddy, Frank, what the hell? This man doesn't know all the characters in the game. Now that is shameful. I want you to go through the entire storyline 17 times until you actually memorize every character. Failing to memorize every character? Death sentence. I'm so disappointed in you, my guy. So disappointed. Imagine thinking it's a DBZ reference. Okay, take Frank out to the back and execute him, please. Strap him up to the gallows, chop his head off, and get a list of his entire family, and I will dine on his family tonight. I want their blood, guts, and body cooked up. Rare. No, medium rare. Actually, you know what? Good medium. I'm pretty sure he is actually at Albion. I just don't know where he is. Because most of the characters that you meet throughout the game storyline actually hang around in Albion in some place. There'll be some location in there that they'll hang out.
Number 17 here. I'll be assisting you on this operation. Good luck. Enemy structure operational. Initiating full-scale blocking operation.
What reactor stats do you think would be best for Bunny? Okay, so are you talking about the reactor roles? Because I do have a video, Costa, about how to choose the correct reactor. So that'll be the first thing you want to do. After that, when it comes to the roles on the reactor, normally people would go for, in Bunny's case, usually people go for attack versus Colossus, and either skill critical hit rate or skill critical hit damage. Both are pretty good on Bunny. But skill attack versus Colossus is usually the best choice if you're going for a gold roll. That's normally what everyone will get. But of course, if you get like electric skill power increase, that's also really good. So it's really down to what you can find. But the only thing that I would say is a must-have on almost any Descendant that you use for killing bosses is attack versus Colossus. For farming, you can go for like the electric skill power increase and whatever other things you need for your build. That's what I would do. But please make sure to watch my video on choosing your correct reactor as well. because it's pretty important and it teaches you for all Descendants. So yeah. Cooldown, not necessary. And range and damage. Well, range, not necessary. Damage, okay. But yeah. Cooldown and range is usually pretty bad on Bunny because depending on what you need, her range is usually almost always maximized already. Especially like against the Colossi, you're wasting a potential chance to increase her damage, which can get you sorry. It can get you faster kills. Let's put it that way.
Multiple Vulgus forces detected.
I do not disagree with that, Nick, but one thing else I'll say again is that, look, when people hear DLC, and you cannot stop how people interpret something, once they hear DLC, they think money, which is why I want to prevent that. So again, as long as you're at my stream and within this space, we shall use only the approved terminology. I will not allow incorrect terminology to be used here because, again, it can decide the fate of somebody who wants to play this game. I don't want to turn people away or turn people off by citing the wrong term, because again, you don't know who's watching. So I ask you all, if you are here hanging out at the stream, hanging out in this space, all right, please obey my rules to the letter. If you choose not to, that's okay, but I will have to remove you from the space. Okay? At the end of the day, I have work to do, and I have rules I must obey to do that work. So I would like to stick to those rules. Whether you agree, disagree, do your own thing, that's fine. But when you're in my space, you obey my rules. So I hope everybody can keep to that. And I hope everybody understands that. Again, this is my workspace. I treat it professionally. So I expect the same thing from everybody else. Steven, every weapon in the game can be made automatic. It was only 5 minutes, Nick. So I can give you another timeout again if you want to argue. Alright? You just said that I'm good, everybody should like this, but here you are arguing. Please don't do that with your streamer. If you think your streamer is good, don't ever argue. Alright? Because I can put you in a longer timeout if you'd like. The only thing I want to hear is, yes, okay, I understand, thank you, and you move on. We move on from the discussion. Do not make things unpleasant. Okay? Now, coming back to Steven's question, if you want to make any weapon automatic, you go to gameplay, right?
High-level Vulgus closing in.
There is change fire mode. If you switch this to, okay, Nick, no problem. Here, take a chill pill for 24 hours. If you switch that to on, change fire mode to on, you can just hold down the trigger with any weapon, even if it's single fire, burst fire, and it will just automatically start firing the weapon. So this is basically an accessibility option, but it's actually under gameplay. So if you want to make your Greg's Reverse Fate do all that, alright, then change fire mode, you switch it to on. Alright? Yeah, like I said, if people act like that, then look. If you say in one breath that you like me as a creator, please respect my rules. If you say in another breath that, you know, you want to argue or whatever, then you'll be treated as such. Do not behave immaturely, all right? We have rules. This isn't, you know, this isn't an anarchy fest or anything like that. No, we have rules here. If you cannot obey the rules, you will go straight out. And yeah, no problem, Star. You go ahead and rest. I got you. Take a chill pill after this. You gotta be at full strength to game. No problem, Steven. Like I said, I always try to be as respectful as I can with my viewers, aside from a couple of jokes. Like, I might joke around with some people, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's only jokes. When we're then, like, for me, a stream is a workspace. So I would expect everyone to respect that workspace, because it's pretty important. If you can't do that, then, you know, much like if you act, you know, if you're drunk and you're acting out in the club, bouncer's just gonna throw you out. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing. And if you have any trouble with the punishments or being sent to the naughty box, like, I just want to give the full situation. The last time I sent Nick to the naughty box for 5 minutes, and homie's like holding on to it, like since forever. Like, calm down, my guy. If you get sent to the naughty box, the main thing you should ask yourself is, why did I get sent to the naughty box? Also, the Lepic ran all the way to C. He skipped B, I don't know why. But I'm gonna take care of B and move on. I'm also gonna tell him, XP sharing range is 150 meters. Please do not exceed. Thank you. Never ever go beyond 150 meters here. Alright. We don't need physical violence here. I mean, it's a digital space, so I appreciate it, but don't worry about it. I just give them, like I said, for me, when a person acts out, I treat them like a toddler. They go into the naughty corner for 5 minutes, and if they keep up with it, then they go in the naughty corner for 30 minutes. If they're really acting out, or you know, they want to act up against my authority, then okay, fine, you go in the naughty box for 24 hours. You can come out of the naughty box when you feel decent. Star, if you need to leave after this one, you can just hop out of the mission. You don't have to stay till then, but if you want to stay till then, totally okay. You just do you. Because if you're feeling yucky and you really need to take a rest, absolutely okay. You can just leave. There'll be no penalties for it. Because unfortunately, I cannot like remove an individual person from the party during the mission. So yeah, just know that you can if you need to. I got you. Yeah, like I said, I'ma just put people straight in the naughty corner. You know, why would I worry? If a person's gonna behave like a toddler, then a lot of people don't know about the 150 meter XP sharing range. So if you want to finish these types of missions fast, you try and stay within 150 meters. Stick it out to the end? Sure. Sounds good, Star. I'm literally here trying to level up Enduring Legacy. I'm going Despo here. I go D first. What's a good Ajax Transcendent? The only one who'd be able to answer you is George, but George is currently busy farming. Maybe when he's a bit free, he can answer your question for you. Or if he's willing to like take a moment to quickly type, because George is on Xbox right now, so it's kind of with us farming the gold. But yeah, I haven't any experience with Ajax, so I'd say you'd have to experiment on your own a little bit. Oh, well, Petro says body enchantment. You can try that.
Body enhancement? Oh yeah, I used that from my tank build.
Okay, body enhancement for tank build, like George says, yeah. George is our resident Ajax. Yeah, me too, Star. I'm going with my Enduring Legacy.
Wait.
I see you on B, so it's all good. I'll take C then. Don't worry, I won't. Even when I'm super famous, I'll still try and read chat. Although the chat might be going at that point, I'll try and I guess I might hire somebody to read my chat for me, but I'll try. Okay, I'll head to A now. He says he's got Void Expulsion.
Void Expulsion. I've heard a little bit of it. It's it could be useful for a skill build, but other than that, I'm not too sure. I haven't used it much.
Yeah, so he hasn't used it much. Could be useful for a skill build. if you want to. But again, a lot of the experimentation you might have to try on your own. Until I work on my Ajax, but I'm not working on him right now. It's probably going to be later in season 1. Yep, I count that as a win, Costa, but I tell you, my goal is 1,000 or more in my chat someday. Someday. I'm gonna work hard for it, slow and steady, but thank you for enjoying me as a creator.
Out of my way!
What I'll probably do is that when it gets closer to like the time that I want to work on Ajax, like with other characters, I'm probably gonna experiment with every single one of his Transcendent mods. I was supposed to do a video for Glay on that, but I had no time. I'll try and do it as like early in season 1. All of Glay's Transcendent mods explained. I gotta do one for Bunny too. So much to do. Season 1. Season 1. I'll try and hit the D. Glay build video will be today for the farming build if I have time, because the thing is that if they release patch notes today, I have to cover patch notes first. So I'll try my best. Yeah, absolutely, William. Or you can go for Lepic. In general, Lepic is considered that guy that's like usually after Bunny, but it's up to you. Like honestly, Glay is a good choice as well. I really do love playing Glay. You have the secret Glay build. Lol, Benna. How you doing, pal? This guy on a FD break. Bro, you don't even play this enough to take a break, you nerd. It's okay, I still bully you, Benna. I still bully you. You should come play next season. Dude. Come play and farm and become one with the Chinese in you. The Chinese gold farmer. Leave your PC? What is this? How dare you? All good, man. All good. Oh, Rena plays a lot of different games. I don't know his hours in this game, but he plays a lot of different games. He's also one of my main moderators, so he's here a lot. He tries to divide his time, but every man only has limited time. Hey, Patuka. Fair enough. Empanada. I'm just gonna call you Empan. Okay, George is taking over the spot, which is good. I'll swap to the next one. Massive Sanctification is the farming build. I mean, I guess you could also use it for bossing, but I mostly use it for farming, and that build is the one that should release today. Assuming that no patch notes come out, otherwise I'll release it early in season 1. Lol. For those that don't know, Rena's just joking. He's saying that his hours is 78. Like how many hours he has in the game? 78 minutes. Hey DJ, how's it going? Lol star. What did you do to yourself, Star? Imagine not having nimble fingers. But nimble fingers is 25% cooldown, not 28%. What?
High level Vulgus closing in.
This
Target
Star.
this unit first.
I suppose it's because you're down with the sickness. Okay, back to Albion. Let's star exit. Nah, that's normal for every ultimate. If they handed you everything too easy, you know, it wouldn't be fun. While it's cooking, make sure you prepared your catalysts, your energy activators. Are you ready? No, DJ White. Okay, I don't know where you're hearing all this information, but as an official content creator, I'm gonna set the record straight. Every Descendant is every ultimate Descendant is 36 hours. Every Descendant is 36 hours. Okay? There's no such thing as ultimate Viesa is 3 days. Please do not listen to random people on the internet. They don't know what they're talking about. Every ultimate Descendant is 36 hours. That's it. How many hours we have left? All I know is that tomorrow it starts at 1 p.m. my time. I do not count how many hours we have left. I just know tomorrow 1 p.m. my time. Yes. This is the way. And that's all I'm thinking about right now. Most likely, DJ White. But yeah, every single Descendant is 36 hours, that's it. Star, you go ahead and rest. Thank you for hanging out today. Hey Haza, how you feeling? You feeling it better today?
Now what do you want? Go
Yeah,
on,
Stream
I'm
Possible. Love the name. But, well, I guess you could listen to some people. Just make sure that they actually know what they're saying, you know? If they don't seem to know what they're saying, you might want to stay away. Because that might result in you exploding. With incorrect knowledge, of course. There might be other reasons you might explode, but hopefully not from incorrect knowledge. 2 hours of research time. Acceptable. I'll do it. I just want these for my vestigial organ. Sorry, George, did I interrupt you?
No.
Okay. Was just checking. You okay to keep leveling? Because I'm just going to keep gathering gold and XP.
Good.
Okay. You can stay at home and rest for the week, eh? Perfect timing, Haza. Now you can enjoy the season 1. Lucky you getting medical leave. And I'm glad nothing major is wrong. Wishing you good luck on that journey. I thought it was a Kim Possible reference. No problem. Get some good rest, Star. I have no doubt, Haza. Well, recover well, my friend. Recover well. No. You can build all 3 pieces at once, so that is all... Oh yeah, 16. It's 16 plus 36. You're right. For some reason, I thought it was 8 hours. You're right. It is 50. No, not 54. 52. Unless it's 18 hours. Is it 18 hours or 16 hours? I haven't built a Descendant in so long. Is it, if it's 18 hours, then yes, 54. If it's 16 hours per part of the Descendant, because I always assumed it was 16 hours, then it would be 52. 18 and 36. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So I remembered wrong then. I always thought it was 16 because I tagged it to 2 cycles, 2 8-hour cycles. So in my mind, it was always 16 hours to build the parts. But fair enough. If it's 18, then your math is correct. Yeah. Okay.
Descendant.
Then yes, 54.
Number 17 here. I'll be assisting you on this
Abso-positively.
operation. Good luck. Enemy structure operation. Initiating full-scale blocking operation.
Enjoy, Empana. I built all the ones that I wanted to build, so now I'm just focusing on ultimate weapons. Gotta finish gearing up my Blue Beetle. My Blur Studios Beetle. Sure, whatever works for you, man. I just plan on going in there and shooting my gun. When we eventually do it, I'm gonna go straight in there and start shooting my gun. I'll just be like, gun time. Time to gun. Gun, 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 gun. I just can't wait. I'm gonna have to say, alien vein, alien brain. Enjoy for sure, Hazza. I don't know what you mean by bunnified, but yeah, no, it's fine. I'll look forward to seeing what her ultimate skin looks like. I like my ultimates looking spicy. The animal's den with TJ? No, I do not. I only run with my top stream investors because my top channel members, because these are the people that are literally, you know, keeping me in business. So they get the gameplay time with me. So those like George who have, you know, invested a lot in the channel, they're the ones that I take along. George, Hazza, Jose, all these types of people, yeah. Just viewers? No. Because there are too many of those, and quite frankly, for safety reasons as well, again, as a professional, I have to be very careful about who I let on stream with me. So the only time we run with viewers is on Saturday night. That's for bossing night. We're members of the community. We help them out with some hard mode bosses, but that's about it. And even then, this Saturday may not have a boss night, because on Saturday, if there's too much season 1 stuff to do, we might focus on that. Valby was Valbified. Nah. They need to have the maximum possible exposure. I mean, look at which skin sold the best. VS a swimsuit. People don't need the cover up, you know? People need their characters to look badass but also really hot. That's why we love games like this. Look at Eve from Stellar Blade, you know? Bunny's most popular will always be her default skin, so it's like that, you know? The thing is, we want our characters to look badass but also beautiful at the same time, so I don't shy away from exposure. For me, I mean, I'm not gonna get horny over it, that's for sure, because lewd jokes aren't even allowed on this stream. We have to run a clean stream, so I wouldn't feel that way about it. I just chill and enjoy the beauty of the female, you know, or the male, regardless. I mean, I did get the Hawaiian set for Ajax because old man in Hawaiian set, yeah, now that is suitable. I love the maid outfits too. They're fun.
For me, I always the professor of convocation.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I saw the Hawaiian shirt, I was like, yes, Professor Oak for sure. I was like, yes, this is it. I must have it. Okay, this is a bit of a weird split. I guess I'll go to A. So listen, I'm okay with the males having speedos, Rodherd. I know some folks who would definitely buy into that day one. Ain't no problem. But listen, we're not doing an Ajax maid outfit, okay? Ajax as a butler. Yes. Come on, we got to give the man some class. All right. That's the way to have a truly equalized skin. There's always potential for that, Abner. Yes, of course. They try to communicate as much as possible, but sometimes they do add some surprises. But that's why I often say we have to wait until the patch notes to see the full details about what they will change and what they won't change. What they do in their communications is they give us an idea of what's coming, and they usually stick pretty close to that. But sometimes additional changes can occur, or other stuff might be mentioned, but other stuff might be changed, but they'll usually mention this in the patch notes. They don't do any secret updates here. But the patch notes may differ from the dev notes, because they might say, okay, we wanted to add this in, etc., etc., we want to change this, etc., etc. Something like that. Sure, Clayton, if that's what you feel, go for it. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got their own preferences. Of course, these devs are extremely excellent. That's the only reason I support them so much, because it's been a very long time since I've seen such a good dev team. The director seems to have a good head on his shoulders, and he seems to know what the viewers want, and he has a good vision. And by listening and working together with their community, the core player base that's still playing, then I think they'll be able to make a very good game. They probably are. Like, I can see that their focus is on making great games, unlike another studio that only talked about making great games but didn't actually make it. They are definitely going to fix Jaber already, because, I mean, they said they would, and they've already mentioned his buff, so yeah, of course. Reno, I don't know what the next shop skins will be, but we'll have to wait and see. All I know is that this game is going to be a massive paycheck killer every single time. Every single season, I tell you. But I think it'll be the Halloween skins. I think the next big drop, like, they're probably not going to have any event skins for a while. They'll have the default skins and they'll wait a while, and then after that, aha! I know what's coming. Halloween. Ween Hollow. Yeah, this grind type's pretty good. I do enjoy it. I'll take C. I see, nice. No, you can start crafting her now. There's no need to wait. Never waste research time because it takes a while to research stuff. So you might want to get it done right now. You know, no sense in waiting.
Careful, Descendant. We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities are off the scale.
Yeah, listen, you know, everybody's got different tastes. Warframe and Destiny were fun for me, but I didn't stick with them for a long time because I just felt that the devs teams were not very good for those games. And also, Bungie sickened me quite a bit. So I tried getting into Destiny twice, and both times it just wasn't enough. It wasn't a good enough game for my community. It was okay, but it wasn't what I needed. This game, I can certainly say, is what I needed. Of course, Eden. They will definitely return in rotation. I don't know when, but they'll certainly return in rotation. I'm just lazy to change. So you can use the farming build with the ring, but if you're lazy and you don't want to switch builds, you just use high voltage. It's fine. Because I'm just like, I could switch builds, but I have to push one extra button, and I'm like, nah, I'm too lazy. But assuming you're not lazy like me, you can save about, well, the difference is not that much. You save about 28-30 seconds overall throughout the entire mission. But like I've always said, like, if you use the ring version, you save that 20-30 seconds, you might end up having a whole new mission that you can do after many runs. In the short term, it doesn't matter. In the long term, it does. So in the short term, both are about the same. The difference is minor, like I said, 30 seconds roughly. But I am very lazy, so I'm like, you know what? I'm too lazy to push this one button, so I'll play with high voltage. Yeah, sure. I'm just glad you're here enjoying First Descendant. So I'll go to C first. Methinks he may be a either glass cannon or new. George, I'll leave B to you. I'll go to the next one. I gotta say, although I try not to do them too often, I do be loving mindless farms like this. Because they're mindless, I get to level my weapons. I don't have to think, I can just talk to chat the entire time. It's great. I was a big Destiny 2 fan when it first came out. I was hardcore invested all day, every day. Then it just got worse. And once they started vaulting and sunsetting content, I was like, yep, nope, sorry. Learn to optimize your game. Because, yeah, sure, it might create a longer newbie experience, but everyone should go through the same things because that's how you learn. When you give everybody some shortcut process, the people who are new to the game get immediately overwhelmed. And it's also harder for the veterans to teach them because the veterans have been with you for years, but you change the start. It's like, what? See you later, Stream Possible.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
New shape stabilizer and lost and found. Good. Alright. We are doing good work here. Aren't we lucky that we don't have too many weapon nerfs here at least? That's pretty nice. I mean, Bunny Cave is good, don't get me wrong. I just find Bunny Cave boring. I prefer this, because this one gives me some freedom. Would you be alright with one more run, George? Because I've still got stream time, so... Yeah, okay, sweet. Let me just check. Okay, I got nothing over there. Onward! To glory! Wow! Hey Keith, I'm just farming gold. Well, technically farming XP as well. I just want to get this burn in 44 done. Get the mastery for it, then chuck it out and never touch it ever again. So doing a bit of that. I've still got some purple weapons I never finished, so
I'll be assisting you on this operation.
I kind of as soon as Haley gets in, I want to be able to at least, you know, get myself that nice mastery 23. It would look good on me. Of course you will, Midnight Sylph. Don't ever use a macro or any kind of program like that. Of course you'll get banned. Dude, if you want to play a game properly. Don't ever use an auto macro or bot or things like that. What's the point in letting a game play itself for you? Then you're not playing the game at all, dude. If you find Bunny Cave boring, come here. Like, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a bit more active if you want to run around. But no, don't ever think about using those kinds of programs. I will personally make sure you guys get banned for that. Because that is not right. Okay, that is not right. Never ever use an unauthorized program, please. If we're gonna game, we game with honor. Dishonorable behavior, anything that's even remotely like that, I'll be the first one to say this person did it. What character do I recommend for team bossing? Any character. All characters can team boss, dude. Then report them. Report them straight away. But you need to be sure that they're really using it. Okay? Some people might just be standing there and pressing their button, but yeah, you can report them. It's like, if you catch anyone actually using a macro or bot, yeah, absolutely report them actively. I'll just show you an example. If you press here, you can have abusing or exploiting bugs, abusive gameplay. There's a lot of this use of unauthorized programs, hacks, macros. This is the one. Use of unauthorized programs is most likely the one that you will be using for this. So, yeah, if you see anyone doing that, I would report them straight away. No mercy at all. I ain't gonna waste time. Using an autopressor is the most illegal thing you can do. Do not do it. Stay away from the devil. Alright? I was a gamer since I was born. I remember my uncle was a massive Warhammer fan. And my first ever game was actually the Microsoft DOS version of Space Hulk. He bought me that old ancient game. And that started my journey right there.
No chance.
I used to kill all the gene stealers coming out of the walls. My little squad of Deathwing Space Marines. It was fun. No problem, Midnight Sylph. No problem. And I would hope none of my people would ever use a program like that. I'm pretty sure you're all some of the most honorable gamers I've ever met, so no danger of that. But still, you know, just a warning. I would not hesitate to haul you in myself. Alright, a game is meant to be played. Please play the game. Those who bought or use illegal program, Nexon has no trouble banning them. If you actually check the news on the website, they say these users have been banned for using unauthorized programs, things like this. You catch anybody using it, report them straight away. No mercy. Do not give any mercy to them. Do not give them a second chance. I'll tell you why. There's a little secret, and I'll say this as a professional creator. If you catch someone using a macro, right, most likely they're lazy, but most likely they also have money. So if they get banned, and they get angry, they'll do a lot of revenge spending. So they might come back and spend more on the game on another account, things like that. In which case, you are theoretically helping the game make more money. I'm gonna have to head to C. I have full faith in you guys, Melanie. Full faith. Because I know that anyone who listens to someone as much of a windbag as me is probably decent. All right, let's go. Oh no, wasted that. Ah, well, doesn't matter.
Olga's warp energy surge confirmed. Looks like we'll be met with defensive forces.
George, could you hit A?
Oh, well, since we're already here,
okay.
We just start.
Then I'll hit A. And I saw that one spawn, right? Because we're right in the middle, then... Because this guy seems to be a rusher, so he might hit C. I'll help clear A first. I want to maximize my gains. My gains! Okay, we're good. Kaz is... Well, it has to get worse before it gets better, so now she's in the full-blown cold stage. So she is taking tomorrow off, I think. But today she's at work still. David Lenoir, that is incorrect. Okay? What is changing are those missions that have the Occupy thing. It may not change the Kyber Destroy missions. They stated specifically, and if you check my video, alright, they stated specifically that what they're changing are the missions where you have to stand in a circle and occupy. Again, this is something I mentioned in my video. They may not change the Kyber mine missions. Now, they could alter that decision, alright? They could alter that decision. However, as far as I'm aware, they are not changing those. This will all be covered in the patch notes video in more detail, most likely, once the patch notes come out. So please, please do check with the official publications before saying something, because a lot of people, I don't know where they're getting this information, but I certainly didn't say it. I said that what they're changing are the missions that occupy a particular area. So the missions where, and I said this in my video, the missions where you stand in a circle and occupy, gone. But it doesn't mean that they're changing the mine-based operations, because those aren't exactly occupy.
Target this unit first.
So we will see in the actual patch notes, and of course in Season 1 itself, but just be aware that that may not be the case. Because I'm pretty sure they're also aware that the heat plasma battery farm is pretty crucial, much like several of the other farms that have similar features. So if they were to change that, that's a major blow to players overall. But if they do change it, I hope that they will keep consistent with their ideology of eliminations. Because that way, if they just pour all the enemies at us at once, and we get to eliminate them all, I'm satisfied with that. We can probably speedrun even better then.
No chance.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. It's a very small chance to combine it. That's why if you're target farming it, you're gonna be sweating about it. I didn't. I just kept combining purple modules and one day I had it. That's all. If you're sweating about it, you'll never find it. That's what I usually tell people. I mean, it's one of the hardest mods in the game to find. It's harder than Shield Collector. Because if you're combining random purple mods, I think the chance is less than 1%. If you combine Cerulean Descendant mods, then you have like a 7% chance, I think. But even then, it's pretty small. So if you're having no luck, why don't you try combining Cerulean Descendant mods along with the random purple mods that are non-Descendant.
Get out of the way!
I've gotten like 6. Shot Focus, I've only gotten 1, but Shield Collector, I've gotten 6. So Shield Collector to me is less rare than Shot Focus. Shot Focus, I only got the 1. But then again, I stopped combining purples because it was a waste of gold.
Oh,
Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, everybody's got different luck. Well, for Enzo's Transcendent mods, all you gotta do is open up the vaults. So I can see why. See you later, Ted. Just get my farming build and then go here. Block Kyber Mining. The same places that you level weapon proficiency are the same places you level Descendants. You can go to the bunny cave if you got a bunny friend. And if you're solo, block Kyber Mining. You'll always find people here. Go do the farming build first. I mean, the farming build can be converted later on anyway. So yeah, I usually always have a farming build for a character. I'll throw on the farming build, then I'll go farm. Places like this are really good. Or you can go to Kingston Defense or any of the other defense missions and hope that there's a bunny to carry you. But yeah, usually here is the best. Because here, Lepic can just draw all the enemies in and then explode them. So it works well. Nice, Brian. Okay, good work, good work. Kaz is awake. Okay, good. So she won't be late for work. Back. Now. Okie day. Now I need to level up this. This guy. For those that are wondering what I'm doing, I'm securing Raid Shadow Legends. Making sure that everything is running right in the background. You should watch the farming build. It'll help you out. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, but almost any game is like this. So I don't worry. If they move on, they move on. Luck is a factor. It's a looter shooter, you know, they have to kind of accept that. Okay, this thing can finally go away as well. Right. Oh my god, there's a guy, this guy whose name is Peaceful Descendant. Jesus love and save you. Lol. Love that. No, the order doesn't matter. You can do them. You can do the generators in any order. Thanks, Logan. I appreciate that. I hope you can enjoy the live shows as well.
Hey there. What can I
Georgie,
help
my
you?
guy, is there anything else that you need to do? Because I'm pretty much done for the day. I might go Bunny Road for like the last few runs and just chill. Because I end stream in like 10 minutes. What about you, my dear friend?
No, I should go to bed, but I know that I'm not going to be
Bed?
able to. So.
There's no such thing as that. But yeah, genuinely speaking, you should probably get some rest. If the insomnia is hitting hard, it's time to access the melatonin.
Well, that's the thing. Melatonin doesn't even work for me.
That's because George is powerful and hardcore, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
3 cool, 5 school, I got you. Okay. Well, in that case, I shall relinquish you to continue farming your keels. I'll just, for the last 10 minutes, I guess I'll go bum around the road. How many of each module should we keep? I just keep like 1 or 2. I just keep usually 2 copies. But once I have certain copies at certain levels, I ditch the rest. Rough, my guy, but that's how it goes, chill vibes. Sorry to hear that. I'll probably spend the last few minutes answering questions. Nah, don't keep just 1 because you never know when you might need a spare, so I always keep extra copies. Those who keep 1 have not experienced the trauma yet of needing something and not having it, or having to adjust a build halfway and not having one that they can customize to their liking. So no, I always advise 2 copies usually. I always keep at least 2 copies in my repertoire. Lol explicit. All of you guys, no, you insomniacs. You guys need to learn to sleep properly, you know? The more you sleep, the better. Sleep is good, heals the soul. Fail to sleep and sleep to fail. Everyone's got their own rules for stuff. I used to keep 3 copies, but now that I've leveled up most things, I just keep 2 copies, or in some cases just 1. Sleep is overrated. Lol. I mean, sure you can, DJ White. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that if you need something for a build, then you might be like, oh, I have to farm it again. See? I don't ever have to do that. I'm just like, anything I need, it's right there. Bing. Lol, Haza. You won't recover if you don't sleep. So always sleep and stay healthy. But yes, I do admit that a lot of people will be grinding tomorrow, just don't overdo it. Cause see, what a lot of people do with games like this, and I find that they always do it, is that they'll play a game like this, and they'll go ham on it, but they go so ham that quite literally, you know, they burn themselves out. And then once you, if you're the type to go ham, then your burnouts will be permanent. I find that that's mostly the case with people. So then I know that, okay, good, never gonna see this guy again. Sad, but that's how it is. 1 p.m. my time tomorrow. If you want an exact timing, you'll have to go to the official Discord where they show it in your time zone. But yeah, for me, it's 1 p.m. It's just a nice 1 p.m. tomorrow. So I'll do a couple of Bunny Road runs, because why not? Yep. Yes, it does, Costa. I'll still be here streaming, but it'll most likely just be me sitting here chatting with y'all. It's 3:42 p.m. right now. Knew a lot of things tomorrow, to be fair.
Descendant, this is number 17. SMO may be being held inside this facility. I'm going in. I won't be long. Hold the attention of the Order's forces for me. There's movement in the pattern of the enemy forces. They may be waiting for reinforcements. Survey of the facility is almost complete. Hold on just a little longer.
Beyond using him for a farm, no, I haven't played Blair. I'm focusing solely on Ultimate Descendants. Because Ultimate Descendants are far more crucial for now.
If you see one, eliminate them immediately.
For now, at least.
Enemy target identified.
Getting all the ultimates done is way, way more important.
Take them out anyway.
If you get the ultimates done, then you don't have to think about it too much. No need to worry or sweat.
I'll need to search a different zone. Descendant, this is number 17. SMO may be being held inside this facility. I'm going in. I won't be long. Hold the attention of the Order's forces for me. There's movement in the pattern of the enemy forces. They may be waiting for reinforcements. Survey of the facility is almost complete. Hold on just a little
I'm
longer.
pretty sure number 17 is Specialized Infiltration Rescue Ops, because if I remember correctly from Sharon's lore, number 17 also rescued Sharon when she messed up big time. So there is that.
Take them out anyway.
There is that.
Inner facility survey complete. No signs of SMO or any conflict. I'll need to search a different zone.
BZN boy, like, those kind of things usually are more for mobile game systems, so I don't really see that as being valuable. But they may introduce a system like that, you never know. But the problem that I would say, that I would have, is that I would probably need the Descendant right after I send them out, so, you know, yeah. But listen, those types of systems I'm not fully against. It could be seen as a bit of a quality of life upgrade. Make a suggestion. Make a suggestion, because you never know what kind of suggestions the TFD team will agree to, you know? If you've got a good idea and good feedback, give it to them via social media, official Discord, either way, send it to them. Let them know. I've done Gluttony before.
It's highly likely that a bogus
I just wanna do it consistently with my friends. So we're all still busy powering up.
target identified. There doesn't seem to be a commander level.
But we've gotten past everything other than Gluttony consistently.
Inner facility survey complete. No signs of SMO or any conflict. I'll need to search a different zone. Descendant, this is number 17. SMO may
To be honest, I spent most of this week adjusting my schedule and making sure everything was ready for season 1.
Attention of the Order's forces for me. There's movement in the pattern of the enemy forces. They may be waiting for reinforcements.
But either way, Gluttony's not going anywhere, so yeah.
The facility is almost complete. Hold on just a little longer. It's highly likely that a bogus commander will appear.
I'm looking forward to seeing how to beat it. It's definitely going to be an interesting one.
Enemy target identified, but it doesn't seem to be a commander level unit. Take them out anyway. Inner facility survey complete. No signs of SMO or any conflict. I'll need to search a different zone.
Clean up inventory. Let's see if there are any good god rolls here. Nope, terrible. Additional skill when attacking Order of Truth, as if I'd ever need that. Yum, yum, yum. That is true. The lava map can be pretty irritating. As we call it, the murder water. Not a fan of that. Clans would be something that has been talked about, and I think it'd be very important for this game long term. But when they'll introduce it, I've got no idea. I do believe firmly that they should introduce it, because at the end of the day, the more systems that they have for social interaction and things like that, the better.
I won't be long. Hold the attention of the
Clans
orders
and social systems only benefit games like this.
There's movement in the
And that's why I
pattern.
feel that it's very important if for them
They may wait
to
for reinforcements. Survey of the
for them
facility is
to
almost
make sure
complete.
that such a system
Hold on
gets
just a little
introduced
longer.
eventually, at least. At the very least, something coming in would be good. Well, you see, team-based bosses are the whole point of MMORPGs like this. You need to be able to work in teams. So while I get that some people like solo play, my thing is that, look, a good game has both solo and team play, and you must learn to play in teams.
Inner facility survey complete.
Sure,
No
solo is
signs
cool,
of SMO or any
but
conflict.
working with
I'll need
people
to
is
search
very
a different
important.
zone.
That's why I think that guilds and clans would be important, because they are going to have team-based
SMO
bosses.
may be being held inside this facility.
Of course, Melanie, I never take a day off work. You know this.
Hold the
How
attention of the
dare
orders
you
forces.
even ask? Do you think I'm some kind of guy that would take time off?
Forces. They may be waiting for reinforcements.
I'm disappointed.
Survey of the
You know me
facility
by
is
now,
almost
Melanie. There's no such
Hold
thing
on
as
just a
time
little
off.
longer.
Professionals don't rest, ever. Do I like this mission? It's a good mission.
It's highly likely that a bogus commander will appear.
This is one of the best missions for farming gold, code breakers, all that kind of stuff. Speaking of which, oh my god, I completely forgot.
But it doesn't seem to be a
I'm
commander.
supposed to put on, there it is, consumable drop rate increase. Whoops!
Inner facility
That's supposed to be in
survey.
there. The rest of it's fine.
No signs of SMO or
And
any
equipment drop rate.
I'll need to search a
Double
different zone.
whoops. I often forget about equipment drop rate. I was thinking, why am I getting less reactors? Something ain't right. Oh, that's right. Didn't put on equipment drop rate. No, silly me. That's who I am. I don't have a video on hard mode. I have a video on some hard mode content like execution and things like that, but I don't have a video on hard mode.
Descendant, this is number
Yet.
17. SMO may be being
I plan
held
on making
inside
one.
this facility. I'm going in.
Because I know a lot of people have been asking for a guide on what to do when I enter hard mode. I said, okay, I'll make sure I get a guide done for y'all.
The enemy forces.
So I don't have one yet, but I do have some hard, some hard mode stuff, like the
Survey
bosses
of
and
the
whatnot, but
facility is almost
not a
complete.
guide for hard mode
Hold
yet.
on just a little longer.
I'm gonna invest in both.
It's highly likely that a bogus commander will
But I have
appear.
saved up a lot of catalysts for Haley.
Eliminate them immediately. Enemy target identified. But it doesn't seem to be a commander level unit. Take them out anyway. Inner facility survey complete. No signs of SMO or any conflict. I'll need to search a different zone. Descendant, this is number 17. SMO may be being held inside this facility. I'm going in. I won't be long. Hold the attention of the Order's forces for me. There's movement in the pattern of the enemy
Yum,
forces.
yum, yum, yum.
They may be waiting for reinforcements. Survey of the facility is almost complete.
See you later, Melanie.
Hold on just a little longer. It's
I have my
highly
own schedule
likely
and
that a
plan,
bogus commander will appear. If
but
you see
I
one,
never disclose it.
eliminate them immediately.
I always have a
Enemy
schedule and
target
plan,
identified.
but I will
Seems to be a
never,
commander
but I'll
level.
usually never,
Take them out anyway.
I'll never put it out in public,
Inner facility survey
usually.
complete. No signs of SMO or any
Okay.
conflict. I'll need to search a different zone.
Alright, ladies and gents, that brings us to the end. That was a fun little few runs on the Bunny Road. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go have lunch, and I'm going to come back. There's a lot more work to be done as well, so there's a lot of that. But we'll get it all done, so thank you all very much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will see you guys on the evening show, where you can probably expect like a ton of farming exactly like this, because we're going to be doing some last minute leveling. We're gonna be doing some adjustments here and there. Lots to do, lots to get done. But we are gonna get it done, you mark my words. So, I will see you all later. Catch you all, have a good night. Okay, don't do anything weird while I'm gone. Alright, certainly don't be weird while I'm gone. Alright. Catch y'all in the next one, fam. Bye!